We're live. Okay, cool.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, girls.
Hello.
Hi, girls.
It took a
Hello,
while.
Majesty.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, mommy.
Oh my god.
So
This is a good way to treat myself tonight.
I appreciate everyone's patience. We did have to plan the cast. We're trying a different time. And yeah, so we're gonna have Kings starting us off with the narration. So everyone else, just go ahead and mute your microphones until
everyone.
you're. Huh?
You're just saying bye.
I'm saying bye, everyone.
Oh. Just everyone, just politely mute your microphones until you are going to be reading, and then you can go ahead and unmute yourself for those lines. But Kings, when you're ready, you can go ahead and begin.
Now that I'm alone, I start to think about tomorrow. I'm still scared. I don't have any more busy work to do, though. No use to delaying the inevitable. I make my way up the stairs, albeit a bit slowly. I can't stay lost in my own head for long. I hear Aaron snoring all the way down the hall. His door is open. I debate on going to close it, but I don't want to be rude. I doubt I'll be sleeping much anyways. I flip the light back on the guest room and sit on the big bed. I stroke the comforter a bit before going back towards the window. The moon is out and about it tonight. Guess I'll have someone to keep me company after all. I look around one last time for anything to do. Obviously, there's nothing. I'm even already in my pajamas. I guess I can rinse my mouth out with water. I need to ask for a toothbrush tomorrow, though. I stare at myself at the mirror. I look tired as hell. I cut my hand and hold it under the faucet. The water is nice and cool. I pour it in my mouth and try to get any excess food down the drain. I wipe my mouth and look myself at the mirror one last time.
Alright. It'll be fine. I think I've made peace.
Still, this is going to be one tough night to get through. I turn off the bathroom and bedroom lights and make my way to the bed. I don't bother getting under the covers just yet. Instead, I lay down on the pillows and face the window, just waiting to stare at the moon for a while. Damn. This bed is nice. Hope the new one at my place is just as comfortable. I can't help but hug myself around one of the pillows with anxiety in the pit of my stomach. Maybe I haven't made peace with everything just yet. Kinda wish Aaron was here right now. So far, he's made me feel at ease. Although, it's a bit too childish for me to bother him over something as silly as having trouble sleeping. I sigh to myself. Guess I haven't gotten any more backbone either. I start to get sleepy. I turn away from the bright moon, clutching a pillow to my chest all the while. Despite my racing mind, my exhausted body wins the fight, and I slowly drift off into an uncomfortable sleep. I feel something foreboding all around me. Am I dreaming? I can't see or hear anything. I just feel it. It's like I'm drowning, but I can't breathe. It's keeping me in a place, not wanting to let me go, never allowing me to leave. Eventually, I hear the sound of someone knocking, followed by something cracking. Fresh air floods my senses. I awaken a jolt upright, breathing erratically.
Cyrus, you awake? We gotta head out soon.
He sounds almost as tired as I am. At least I won't be the only one having a rough day.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
I quickly grab my clothes from the dresser and start getting dressed in the dark. The bright moonlight is still flooding the room. Without hesitating, I grab the jacket and put it on before answering the door. Aaron jumps.
Oh, there you are. How are you feeling?
Tired, but fine otherwise. How about you?
I didn't get enough sleep, but I'll manage. We should head out. We can eat when we get back.
Alright. Any reason we gotta do this so early?
Yeah, our boss wants any information as soon as we can. Peter agreed to meet with us first thing in the morning. Let's go.
Alright. Lead the way.
Aaron grunts as we make our way down the hall. He's not even hiding how agitated he is.
Couldn't have let you have one more day.
He's talking to himself. I choose not to respond to it. I'm too busy with my own thoughts. In fact, we don't even talk the whole way there. My heart rate starts picking up. I can see Aaron's tail twitch right in front of me. He doesn't turn around. We start walking down the unfamiliar halls of the base. Since I supposedly have credentials now, I guess I don't need to have my eyes shut. This base looks like an office that someone with way too much money would run. Everything looks obnoxiously minimalistic. There's a lot of other hallways with doors that all look the same. This unfamiliar setting isn't helping with my anxiety at all. Eventually, Aaron stops in front of a door at the end of the hall.
We're here.
His tone is deep and focused. He knocks the door. No response. It catches me by surprise when he starts banging on the door.
Hey, maybe they're not awake yet.
Bullshit. They can get their ass up if they want to do this so bad.
Do what exactly?
We both whip around as to the voice behind us. I assume this is Vita. They're wearing a lab coat.
Where were you?
I was using the bathroom. You know, I like the ones on the other side.
Can you take this seriously?
Aaron asks in a gruff tone. Vita pinches the bridge of their nose.
You're the last one I want to hear that from right now. If you're gonna make me wait an extra day, you can wait 10 minutes.
Aaron bites his lip.
What do you mean?
Vita sighs.
Aaron insisted we wait before starting a recovery of your memories. He knew he only had the rest of the day before he got going. I was ready to work all night for this.
Shouldn't you, of all people, be sympathetic towards what Cyrus is going through?
It's because of that I want to help him as soon as possible.
You really think this'll help him?
This is going to help all of us, and you know it.
Aaron's fur starts to bristle. He even starts to bury his teeth.
I don't appreciate the idea that you think I'm going to enjoy this, Aaron. If you really wanted to help him, as you claim, you would have taken him far away from here as possible.
Vita starts moving towards the door.
Now move it. I have work to do.
Vita is dead calm as they stare at a visibly angered tiger. I don't want Aaron to do something he's going to regret. I take his paw in my hand. He whips his angry face towards me, but it immediately softens.
Cyrus?
Listen, I've made up my mind. I don't know what's going on, but I want to get the whole picture instead of wandering in the dark.
I take a deep breath to calm myself.
If I'm gonna regret anything, I'd rather it be choices I made myself.
But
Well put, Cyrus Catchwell.
Just call me Cyrus. You're Vita then?
That is my alias, yes.
They extend me a hand.
It's not going to be pleasant, but let's make the best of this.
Yeah.
Whatever this is. I take their hand and shake it. Aaron takes that as his cue to step aside.
I can tell you're scared, and I don't mind if you hate me after we're done.
Vita calmly unlocks the door.
But for our sake, I need your current self to die.
I don't even know how to respond to that. So I don't. I just nod.
Up to you, Cyrus.
Thank you?
After a moment of reluctance, I walk into what I assume is Vita's office. They follow me before turning around to Aaron.
You're not coming in, Aaron.
Excuse me?
You and I both know you're going to cause a big fuss, hurting both you and Cyrus in the process.
Vita reaches for the door.
And I'm not going to let that happen.
With lightning speed, Aaron grabs Vita's wrist. He exhales a hot breath in through Vita's face.
Do you want to read that one again?
Yeah, sorry. It's a dyslexic moment.
Dyslexic
With lightning-
Freudian moment.
I love being dyslexic.
Me too.
With lightning speed, Aaron grabs Vita's wrist. He exhales a hot breath through his nose onto Vita's face. Vita is calm as ever, as if Aaron's monstrous grip isn't hurting them. Vita holds up his other hand with his axiom.
Do you seriously want me to call Titania over this?
That gets Aaron to freeze.
I
Vita uses that moment of hesitance to pull out of Aaron's wrist and shut the door with one fluid motion before promptly locking it. If Aaron is banging on the other side of that door, I can't hear it. It's dead silent. Vita takes off their surgical mask, revealing some sort of mechanical jaw. I'm too anxious to ask about it.
Again, assuming I'm going to enjoy this.
Vita turns her attention to me.
Alright, let's have a seat.
Sure.
This looks more like a small apartment than an office. There is a corner of the room that's blocked by hospital shades. Vita pulls them back to reveal a small space I assume they work in. There's 2 hospital beds along with a doctor's desk.
Do you want to lay down or sit?
I can sit.
Vita pulls out their chair and motions me towards one of the beds.
Do you mind if I smoke?
I guess not. It's your office.
Thanks.
As they reach into their coat pocket and pull out a lyre, I catch the bracelet that they're wearing. It has a character, a Chinese character, I can read.
Your bracelet. That says dream, right?
Vita raises their brow before lighting what looks like a homemade cigarette. They take a drag before exhaling. To my surprise, the smoke smells rather pleasant, almost herbal.
I can't remember the last time someone was able to read that.
My best friend was Chinese. I picked up some stuff from her.
But, wait, doesn't that mean... I clutch my head as a wave of pain hits it. Vita takes another drag before producing a notebook.
Alright, let's get this over with, for both of our sakes.
Chapter 9, The Truth.
Vita takes out a notebook from their desk drawer and adjusts how they sit. They look relaxed, all things considered. The exact opposite of me. It feels like something is prodding at me from behind my eyeballs. I'm breathing a bit harder through my nose. We haven't even started yet. Vita looks over at me and starts writing in their book with a pencil. They don't say anything yet.
What are you doing?
Taking observations. Your reactions intrigue me.
Why is that?
Okay. Weird question. I didn't know that because it's not showing up on my OBS, so it's not.
Yeah. I think you're streaming something.
Yeah.
It's-
not the RTF.
Is it showing? Are you about to ask about like the little mic that's on screen?
Yeah, is that usually
Yeah.
there?
No.
No.
Gotcha.
I checked Twitch. It's not there. It's fine.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not usually there for me either, so sorry about that.
No, yeah, don't worry about it.
Whoa.
I think just like muted us manually to make sure we don't interrupt or something.
Let's see if that works. No, it's still
It's
there.
still there.
It's so weird.
That is quite strange.
It's not.
Apologies for that,
Mm.
but it is not showing up on the stream, so it is just a
It's almost
Discord issue.
gone.
I can live with it.
Thanks, Discord. Yeah, so this
I thought
mic, because my setup is so fucking huge, Akiba, I have to have multiple spots on my screen where it shows whether or not I'm muted or not, and it's software triggered. So, for
No, it
instance,
was just weird. I thought I'd just ask in chat.
no,
if
you're
that's
you're
normal.
right. You're right. It's weird for me too because this is the first time that I've ever seen it on the Discord stream as well. But anyway,
Yeah, it's
just Discord being
fine to
Discord.
me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Please continue.
Why is that?
Tell me, Cyrus. How old are you?
What?
Vita inhales through their nose.
How old are you, Cyrus?
I'm 28, I think. Why?
You think.
Vita leans back in their chair before writing some more things down.
Well, it's called a baseline question. I want to get to know you more before proceeding.
They mumble under their breath.
We have a lot of work to do.
That feeling behind my eyes got worse. Like something's about to burst. Aaron was right. I shouldn't have come here. I feel like I'm going to be sick.
I'm starting to have second thoughts about all of this. I don't feel too good.
Vita calmly turns the page before and continues writing.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, if you want, I can get you a glass of water. I doubt any medicine I have would be strong enough for you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Vita sounds like they're starting to get irritated.
Okay, level with me. How much do you remember?
This again?
I remember waking up here about a week ago, along with various memories of my friends and family.
Vita taps their desk with their pencil.
Really? That's it?
I don't fucking know. All I know is I got hit in the back of the head or something and then woke up here.
Where do you think here is, exactly?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be here.
Cyrus, I want to believe that you're a smart and capable person. The fact that you're struggling with this much is giving me doubts.
That sounds like a personal problem. I didn't ask for any of this.
Problem is that you did. It's why we're here in the first place.
Can you stop being so vague and just get to the point?
They're starting to agitate me even more.
As much as I'd love to do that, what little cognizance you have left could fade away if I'm not careful.
I don't think that's even possible.
Cyrus, you don't even know how old you are.
Before I can retort, they interrupt me.
What?
And I'm not even talking about your mental age. You don't remember how long you've lived?
That statement rattles my brain for a moment. Thinking about what they just said starts making me queasy.
Ugh.
For once, I'm glad I didn't eat anything.
I don't understand what that means.
I know you don't. Whether or not you believe me, I'm trying to be delicate about all of this. However, there is no delicate way to break this kind of news to someone.
They take one last drag of their cigarette before putting it out in an ashtray. They tilt their head. They tilt their head and exhale. What little I smell is rather calming.
You were held in Rasoon for a long time. Longer than anyone I've ever known.
My face starts to get warm. My breathing starts to get even worse. I'm on the cusp of hyperventilating. My head starts to swirl. I want to interrupt with, "No, I haven't," but I know they're telling me the truth. I didn't want to think about it, but deep down, I think I had an inkling of an idea.
How long exactly? How long was I in that hellhole?
It surprises me when Vita seems to hesitate.
Normally, I would want to ask a few more baseline questions. I've done this a few times, and that usually seems to be the way to go for most people.
They straighten up their posture, as if starting to get serious.
But you look like you're about to kneel over already. I'll admit, you're a rather unique case, so I'm not sure if this is gonna go.
Vita closes their notebook and turns their chair around to face me.
Look, if you need a moment to compose yourself, feel free to.
Despite my sorry and fearful state, I don't hesitate to respond.
No. Please. I want to get to the bottom of all of this. I want to know. I need to know.
Alright then. I'm gonna give you a choice. Do you want me to ask more questions? You want to ask me questions? Or just sit back and let me explain to you what happened, little by little?
I'm bouncing my leg up and down to work out my anxiety. My voice is shaky. It's obvious how much of a wreck I am. Come on, don't bitch out now. What would be the point of all that talk earlier be if I quit now?
I'd like to ask some questions first, if that's alright.
Of course. Take your time to think. I'll make us up some tea.
Mm-hmm.
They get up from their chair and then walk to a sink in the corner of the room. I start to compile my thoughts as they work on the tea. Honestly, it's hard to think at all right now. I try to focus on something. Anything. My heart starts to hurt. I focus on that. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. My senses start to slowly dull. As if I'm floating. It feels like I've been sitting here for an eternity. Why is Vita taking so long? Even my bouncing leg starts to feel like it's slowing down. This sensation feels familiar, but I can't remember how or why. I see something move into my peripheral vision. It's Vita. They're moving really, really slow. Why? I can't help but stare at them with disbelief and a puzzled expression. They eventually notice me. Slowly but surely, I set a cup of tea on their desk, near me, before they sit down. They look in my eyes and start to mouth something.
Calm down.
Their speech is distorted. No. I felt this just recently. Back when I was with Lance. In that dumpster of a town. My head feels like it's about to explode. Thankfully, for once, I get a moment of reprieve. The tea that Vita brewed hits my nose. It smells really pleasant, calming me down slowly. And just like that, time starts to slowly pick itself back up. I'm still stressed beyond belief, but at least I'm comprehending things normally.
Are you back with me yet?
What?
I'll take that as yes. Let me guess. Have you been having issues with your sense of time?
I don't really know how to answer that.
Anyway, tea is almost ready. The tea is ready. If you need a refill, feel free to ask. It's my own recipe.
Sure. Thank you.
With a shaky hand, I manage to grab the cup. It's warm and welcoming. I take a moment to breathe in the inherent scents. It makes me feel just a little bit better. It tastes pretty good, too. Not overly bitter, like most teas I know. My mind starts to clear up. I take a big breath before exhaling, setting the cup down.
Okay. Sorry for the freak out. I think I'm ready.
It's nothing to apologize for. You're allowed to have moments of weakness. I won't judge.
If you say so. Just feel like all I've done since I woke up is whine.
Well, things considered, you have much to complain about, if it's any consolation.
I've heard something like that from Aaron.
Sounds like him. Whenever you're ready.
Take one last deep breath and slowly exhale.
Alright. My first question. What exactly is Resume?
Vita doesn't hesitate and starts to tell me what they know about the medical facility I was apparently held in.
It has a long and tricky history. We don't know much about its origins, just what they currently do. It came out of that, in secret. They've been harvesting people and their organs as sort of a black market.
Vita takes a moment to reflect.
According to what we know, they started out as a beacon of hope for recovery after the 7 stars. They provided medical treatment for those who needed it, round the clock, free of charge. Eventually, they started more sinister practices. People, en masse, started to disappear. Due to how shaky the infrastructure of the country was at the time, no one paid it any mind. Just another wave of desperate people trying to make do in a desperate situation.
Vita calmly takes a sip of tea from their cup.
We know they have a couple thousand captains across multiple facilities throughout the country. They've been around longer than the current government, making it difficult to do anything. Not to mention, for a majority of the population, they do seem to be doing a lot of good.
That sounds like reason enough to want to expose them.
You would think so. It's been in the talks to reveal what they do to the public for a long while.
Vita sets her cup down.
About a year ago, we discovered something else that they've been planning.
I swallow, intent on listening more.
From what we've gathered, they're trying to overtake the government from the shadows. They've been slowly building a covert militia bent on taking over what little of the country has rebuilt since the disaster.
But why? What's the point?
There really isn't one. Just the selfish ideals of a delusional man.
Vita takes a moment.
You've met someone named Darius, haven't you? Darius, Ishmael Octavio, to be precise.
That name. I've heard it before. Where do I know it from?
He's the current president of Resume, though most people aren't aware of that. He hasn't shown himself to the public in at least 200 years.
Wouldn't that just mean he's been dead?
No. For centuries, Resume has kept him alive and many others alive. We don't know how exactly, but they've been keeping carriers alive for a long time. They did make the same members of the core staff.
My back feels tingling all of a sudden. The calming effect of the tea is wearing off.
I have another question. I
don't want to ask it. I don't want to ask it. I need to ask.
Am I one of those carriers?
Vita takes a moment before responding.
Yes, Cyrus Catwell. According to your records, you've been kept alive by Resume for close to 3 centuries, just before the fall. They've been keeping...
Vita's voice starts to trail off as I start to shut down. They say it so casually, as if it's something I should have known. According to them, it is something I should have known. I hold my head in my hands, trying to keep my brain from exploding. If what they're saying is true, then I start to feel the sensation of something drilling into my back.
Are you sure this won't interfere with your studies?
Yes, Mom, I'll be fine. Diana wouldn't have recommended it to me otherwise.
I think it's smart to get some experience before you graduate.
Can I ask you to read that line one more time? Sorry.
Oh, was something cut off? Okay. I think it's smart to get some experience before you graduate.
See?
I know. You're right. It does seem like a good opportunity.
They said they'd keep a position for me after I graduate as well, and will pay for the rest of the program.
Then I don't see why not. Just be careful, okay?
I will, Mom. Don't worry.
Did you tell her?
Kind of. I just told her it'd be like an internship, which isn't entirely wrong.
Diana sighs.
I wish my dad would have let me know what he was going to offer you.
I don't think it's that big of a deal. He said I was compatible and whatnot.
By going through your personal records without your permission. That's a huge breach of privacy. I seriously doubt that they would have anything cleared. You could seriously be hurt. Or you could seriously be hurt.
Diana, it's fine. Your dad assured me that everything was safe. I'll be okay.
You better be, or I'll kick his ass.
Babe? I think you had too much to drink.
No, you have.
I hadn't had anything yet.
I can hear Diana hiccup beside me.
Come on, Day. We're graduating next week. We deserve to celebrate.
You might be.
I'll come visit all the time, I promise.
Please do. I'm really gonna miss you.
I motion Damien closer to me. I bring him in for a close hug.
You can always call me. I'll help any way I can.
Yeah.
Cyrus, we've been worried sick. Why didn't you call us earlier?
Sorry, but it's kind of hard to. What? What with all that's going on?
Hang on, I'll put you on speaker.
Like,
Sai, you doing all right?
Yes, I'm fine. Kern has been taking care of me. I'm more worried about you. Were you able to get into a bunker?
they don't respond immediately.
Not yet. After the announcement last week, they filled up quickly. We're on a wait list.
I see. Don't worry. I'm gonna talk to Mr. Darius about getting you both set up. You'll be fine.
This was Darius.
Oh, it's going to be okay, Cyrus. I know must be excruciating, but
No, it's fine. They told me it would be painful ahead of time. But if I can endure this to save others, it'll be worth it.
it was very brave of you, Cyrus. We thank you for your continued services.
That's what being a doctor's all about. Right, Mr. Darius?
You can drop the prefix. You've already earned my respect tenfold.
Damien, you there?
Hey, Sai. How are you feeling? Surgery go alright?
More or less. Are you at the shelter yet?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm on my way over right now. I wanted to see the park one last time.
I wish I could have been there with you.
Me too. It's been a while.
At least half a year. They haven't let us leave the facility since the global announcement.
I miss you.
I miss you too.
Sir, we need to run more tests.
They're calling for me. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Yeah. I love you, Cyrus. Take care.
I love you too, Damien. See you soon! What do you mean he's not on the list?
Is this seems a nurse?
No, this one is
No,
a
this is-
security
Oh,
guard.
shit.
Something
Hold
like
on,
that.
I got it.
Security guard, receptionist.
Alright, does this work?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I'm sorry, sir. I don't have anyone with the same name on this registry.
That's bullshit! I made it clear that I'd stay if you made sure they were all safe!
Please calm down. Let me get the president on the line.
Cyrus, please calm down.
You said you would admit them! They could be dead for all I know, and you want me to calm down?!
Darius starts speaking to me in a more placid demeanor.
Cyrus, I told you. If they meet our requirements, we take them in. You see here my screen?
I forcefully shove his computer off his desk in a fit of rage.
Shut the fuck up! You let them die!
Darius doesn't pay my anger any mind. He just shakes his head and picks up his phone.
Man, please escort Mrs. Cyrus back down.
What am I remembering? It's like I'm reliving memories through radio static. If I'm really that old, then... Mom, Dad... Diana. Damien. They're all gone. They've been gone for centuries. They've been dead for years. Everything and everyone I've ever known, gone. Is that true? Am I willing to accept that as fact? Was I living a delusional dream, hoping I'd never wake up? Thoughts continue to flood my brain. It's a wonder that it hasn't exploded yet. Sensory overload sets in. I start going through the information I've presented with over and over. It sounds so far-fetched. There's no possible way. Kept alive for centuries? Yet, there's a part of me that can't deny it. I want that part of me dead! Then it all becomes clear. My thoughts come to a standstill. I don't see anything or feel anything anymore. Am I starting to wake up? Was it all a bad dream? I chuckle. No, I've been awake. I just didn't want to admit it. I wanted to keep believing there was a chance I could go back, no matter how delusional it might have been. I'm starting to hear the quiet ambience of the room again. The whirring of the fan that's out of my sight. The sound of a clock ticking. It's a struggle to open my eyes. My breathing has calmed down, but I'm sweating a decent amount. Vita snaps me back to the present.
Here we go. Hello?
There we go.
Is it working?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you need a minute?
It feels weird to talk. Like I've been asleep for so long. I don't know how to. Although, I guess that's not entirely inaccurate.
I'll be fine. Could I ask for a towel to wipe myself off with, though?
Vita nods before going to retrieve one. I stare at my hands for a moment. Am I really out of there? Out of that tank? Out of that hell? Vita comes to place a slightly damp towel on my open hands.
You look exhausted.
All right. It looks like we have one more line, but just give us a second.
Sorry about that. You look exhausted. Should I take it as a sign that you remembered something?
More than you know.
I wipe the towel across my forehead, enjoying the sensation.
I think it's all back, more or less.
That gets Vita's eyes to widen.
Are you serious?
I nod as calmly as I retrieve my tea.
Yeah, I am. It's a bit jumbled, but I bet if you ask me something, I'll be able to answer it.
Let's take it slow for a moment. As eager as I am to learn more, my duties as a doctor come first. You're psychologically spent.
Is that a problem?
Yes. What kind of question is that?
I swirl the tea in my cup.
I don't feel anything right now. I don't think it'll be that bad.
That's a problem, Cyrus. We'll take a 20-minute breather.
I've been around this long. I can last 20 more minutes, I guess.
Morbid sense of humor you got there.
You learn to make yourself laugh.
Rita is on the other side of the room, writing stuff down. I've taken the liberty of filling my cup of tea while I'm at it.
All right, this is a great time to pause, ask questions, find out how everyone feels.
I feel like I didn't do so well tonight.
No, you did great.
Man. Awesome.
That was amazing.
This was
narration,
Amazing.
Cyrus,
this was a very emotionally impactful session, and I love what everyone put into this. I really, really, really felt the effort. That was a lot of very convincing performances, and I am so happy. Yeah, it was. Oh my goodness, I can't. I'm so happy.
I feel like some moments where my dyslexia was trying to kick in actually did help sell the whole Cyrus's stress thing. Like, oh, that actually works.
I you know what? I actually thought the same thing. It was very interesting to see how just reading the line a very tiny, slightly bit different is like, oh, what's happening? Is this an unreliable narrator situation, or is this a
creative influence?
Yeah.
Creative expression.
And the thing is that I'm not a stranger to talent having dyslexia. And it really does add something, but also for the future reference, if anybody feels like they have a speech impediment or something like that, not just dyslexia, the goal is to relax and calm down, and that'll get you in your right chill headspace in order to do your best. So you get to make the choices of you know what, this is the moment, pulling a Billie Eilish and just letting your tics come out, that's the goal. It's if you want to be yourself, just do it with comfort and do it with safety.
I think reading Diaz this long has actually helped my dyslexia a ton.
Yes, that's what I want to hear. I want to hear somebody be like, you know what? Fuck my dyslexia. I did that shit.
It was really bad in the beginning, but it was all of the out loud readings and voice acting stuff that I've done that actually really helped it.
Yes, and that's how you build up the tolerance to shake off the nerves and
exactly.
give a better performance. I really appreciate everything that we did today. Thank you so much, and thank you to our newcomers. That was incredible.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Good job to
That was
everyone.
really good.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a really good Diana. I really liked it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Yes. Fantastic Diana.
That was really good.
And fantastic Daddy.
Yeah, that was a really good voice.
Daddy.
Yes. But so
Akiba, you gotta do an Axel. You gotta do an Axel reading, man.
At some point.
It's a rite of passage.
Akiba doing an Aaron reading, I think would be really slay, but I asked him to do this today because earlier we were playing Class of '09.
Oh, yeah.
And I was relating to it a little bit too much, and then afterwards I was
true.
I told him, it's like, hey, you know what, I'm doing stream later, should you like come around or whatever.
Wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah. And so thankfully you did come by, and I was able to throw a roll at you, so that was very
Yeah.
OP of you. That was actually very Phantom Tax of you.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
So, how is everyone feeling? Should we call it for
I
today?
feel so slay. despite my pain, despite my absolute neck pain, I feel so slay.
I may need to go for a minute to tend to my dog.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
I heard a puppy.
Yeah. We're gonna take care of the boy. Poor
It's o-
boy's still sick.
It's okay. You're totally fine. Do we have another Vita that would be willing to fill in, or?
Like, I don't have a vocal thing, but...
Yeah, I'm kind of seeing how crucial the voice changer is.
Yeah, voice changer. Anyone who
Go
has
get
a
a
voice
cup.
changer, like, go ahead.
I could take a 5-minute breather, so just get it done.
Hold on, give me a quick
Alright.
sec.
Brief intermission. Everyone.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
We're taking the break right now, and like I said before the session began, I'm going to be using the break to check where everyone is and seeing if people are interested in going for another hour.
Okay.
Absolutely no pressure. Today was a bit sudden.
Emotional.
Yeah, and also very emotionally taxing. So I definitely do not want to push people to read for a second hour. I know the want to do that can be pretty strong sometimes, but
It's very strong.
yeah.
Maybe we could do a poll, or are you basing it on vibes?
Oh, you know what? Let's do a poll. Create poll.
Okay. Because if I go AFK
English
for
or
a minute,
Spanish?
Okay, I've returned girly pop schmookykins.
Oh my god.
You know what?
Really pop shit.
I think that is valid. Girly pop schmookykins.
That sounds like what Rose would do in a girls' night. Girly
You would say that, you're right.
Rose quartz, you mean? Oh, you mean?
Rose quartz?
Sorry, I'm so fucking Steven Universe brain. Sorry, you're talking about.
Oh yeah,
Rose from
same
this
here.
game.
Even yours is like
You
my
know,
favorite TV show of all time.
No, you're right. They have the same personality. No.
I feel like
Oh, yeah.
she would
Yeah,
walk
yeah.
up behind Ring and say exactly that because she knows it pisses him off.
I like to imagine that at the end she's gonna be like, "Wow, guys, we really did remember the flowers." And Ring looks at her in a pissed off way, and they're just like, "What?"
What? Flowers?
It's literally
What
like
the-
everyone looks at Rose like she's insane, and then is like, "You don't even. Where the fuck are the flowers, bitch?" Like
Rose is the only one that sees the fourth wall.
Yeah, those are half a century in the past. Is you on
No,
something?
they got
What?
the cactus flowers.
Yeah, they have the cactus flowers.
Remember? Wait,
Do you see any flowers in a 500-mile radius from where we are right now?
And then she looks
yeah,
at
on
the
top of
camera.
that cactus.
Bro.
That cactus be looking kind of sus right now, though.
Oh God, no! Don't hunt the cactus.
Make you, I guess.
What?
You know, I
Cactus
think
do be looking kind of girly pop.
that cactus be making me feel kind of a certain
Whoa.
kind of feel away
Whoa,
from right now.
whoa, hey now, hey now.
No.
I just don't think it's a good idea to use a cactus as a sex toy.
You know,
Yes.
Okay, but have...
the Mexican girls make do. I will say that it does sound kind of slay to because like I eat cactus. It's like part of my culture. But
Nopal.
yeah, nopal. And it's really funny to think like, oh, what if somebody what if somebody actually like took the spines off? Would it feel kind of good? I don't know. Maybe it'd feel like an orange juicer.
An orange juicer.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm having a really fun time. Thank you guys.
Oh yeah, same here. It's good to be relieving stress after 2 days of absolute pain, in your neck region, so and spine. So it's good. It's good to use this as like a way to de-stress.
Did you have a neck injury?
I don't know what the fuck happened because I went to a doctor and he was like, well, it could be either two situations. One, you sat in a very shitty way, that caused like pain to happen, or two, you've been in so much stress that your body's trying to overcompensate itself by giving you a lot of pain. So I called into work today and they were like, no, don't come in. Don't come in until your doctor is like, you're fine and dandy to go back to work.
Yeah, I don't think your job wants to catch a workers' comp case.
Oh yeah, that's what my mom said. If they try to call me tomorrow, because I know they're gonna try to pull some shit on me, I'm gonna be like, well, actually, you guys said this yesterday, so I'm going to pull a workers' comp if you dare to try to put me in work today.
Sorry, but my body is not working properly, so no.
Exactly.
My buddy called out today. Sorry, guys. That actually does remind me. Like, I actually just took a month off of life.
This image is how I've been feeling.
Oh, relatable. Nothing could be closer to the truth, frankly. This is the truth, and I are having conjugal associations. The relationship has become biblical. But yeah, it seems like we're gonna go for another hour, meaning that I immediately have to start planning. So
I can still go Cyrus, but if someone else wants to take him, they're more than welcome to.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, you know what? Would everyone want to go a full hour, or would you like me to just stop in like half an hour? I just need to know if anybody.
Another hour.
I just need to know.
There's a poll, right?
Yeah, I just need to know if. You know what? That's another poll I can do. I can do another poll.
Pedro.
Anyways, the endemic song here fucking slapped.
Dame tu cosita.
Dame tu cosita. Dame tu cosita.
I can't believe I fell asleep while watching YouTube one time and I woke up and that was an ad I got.
Yeah, this is intermission time. Or actually, Mishmash isn't even in VC, so they can't hear me. But
this is intermission time. This is the time we talk about our love for the Remember the Flowers character King. Mish just joined.
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
Hi.
did he? Yeah, he did. That's his intro theme.
That's my intro. That's my intro theme now. Hiya. Howdy.
Hi, Mish.
Hello. I just wanted to. I wanted to know if the intermission was happening right now because I didn't want to interrupt
it is.
the reading with my Doki Doki sound effect.
And the
We're
thing
talking
is,
about how much we love King.
the thing is that
That's a
like
weird way to say Cooper.
it is not safe for me to have the soundboard on to any degree when I'm streaming. So nobody ever feel pressured to wait until intermission or something to come into the chat because I don't hear that shit.
Oh, okay, cool.
It is very
So it
pleasant.
doesn't pick up on the Twitch.
It is very pleasant silence on my end.
Fair enough. What? Okay, cool.
You're like, why would you deprive yourself of my good taste?
No, there's definitely some soundboard sound effects that I don't want anyone to listen to. I will lock them in the deepest, darkest corner of my Discord,
Send them to
rather
me.
than have anyone hear me.
Okay, bro acting like he has a bunch of secrets trying to keep.
Let me put it in my in a Dropbox.
Your sounds be.
Bro is acting like those soundboards are like his furry porn. He needs to keep a secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't nobody got to keep their furry porn a secret.
Amen, sister.
Most of my favorites, and I gotta take this face mask. I was like doing like a. Hang on. Oh, okay. I was doing like a face sheet mask to get my skin glowing and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. You're in your girly pop glowing face era. Yes.
Exactly, and it had a tiger pattern on it. Hang on, do you guys want to rate my
Oh my god,
my Damien cosplay?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I love that. I love that. Oh my goodness.
Another tiger, yay!
Hell yeah.
You see the famous
Just joined the
Damien
tiger.
line? Wow, Cyrus, we really remembered those flowers.
IRL Damien. Oh no. The 7 stars are real.
Also,
I'm
Miss
so
Shoulder
glad to know
reveal.
that there are more tigers in the chat now.
I'm
More
just a tiger
tigers.
for 15 minutes. Well, I was. Now I'm rubbing all that serum into my face. Hang on, my pores need.
You're
that
rubbing
stuff.
stuff into your face.
No serum. I said serum. Don't
It sounds
use the
like-
word.
Demon.
It sounds like you're having a really good facial right now.
I love rubbing stuff in my face.
It's like what Cupcake would say. Come on my hair, that's deep conditioner.
Oh my god. Have you actually had have you had that happen to your hair? It's not pleasant, let me tell you. It's really
Come
it
in your
wreaks
hair?
havoc. I'm just saying.
What?
Ew.
Don't do that. Yeah, I would not
Gamers.
recommend.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
Yeah,
it's just
queen, I love cum in my hair.
maybe it's a
No.
boy problem, but like my hair is usually almost always long, so it's like when isn't it getting in there, right?
Okay,
Oh,
fair
same
enough.
here,
Yeah.
same here. I started
Yeah.
growing out my hair back in high school, and that shit is so fucking long.
I wish I could get my hair to grow past my shoulders. It doesn't. It just curls into itself and then stops.
Oh yeah, apologies
Oh.
apologies to the asexual and aromantic
Yours,
people listening in on this, but I'm about
yours
to...
also curls?
You're about to girly pop?
No, I was
I'm about to coop. I'm cooping.
Oh my god, is Chappelle Rowan here? Oh my god.
you know what? I do kind of sound like Chappelle Roan when I'm talking, so
When you're stalking?
no, talking. I sound a little bit like her. I sound like a lesbian when I'm talking, don't I? I'm joking.
What does
I'm
a
joking.
lesbian
Sorry.
sound like?
My sister.
Someone told me
I mean, you are Pearl, so...
Normal person?
Pearl, you know what? Pearl is a bicon, clearly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
She clearly has a very wide range of attractions. It's masc, it's femme, but it's 100% gem. But yeah, I was about to say that literally the last time I saw a cum.
a singular cum.
I saw a cum.
I saw a cum. That shit got way up in my fucking business. That was in my kitchen. That was in my foyer. That was in my roots. That was in my bangs. It was not a fun time. Yes, it was deep conditioning with cum. Yeah. And it was.
Hope the
it
day's
was.
been well for everyone here. Oh my
Who
god.
played that?
Me.
Okay. I'm back.
Yay!
Oh, man.
We're back.
All right.
Doggy is okay now. He is eating
This is
right.
This is my Vita voice impression.
Really?
I'll see myself
Love
out
that.
the door.
I'll leave that for the concrete reading.
Undertale.
Oh my.
I still haven't read Soul Creek. No spoilers.
Okay.
It's really good, and I think you will like it.
Soul
There you
Creek.
go.
I know.
Soul
Hachi
Creek
and Mish
actually
love
works
it.
at Soul Creek in the words of Trixie Mattel, Soul Creek works my pussy out.
It does for me, and it may work for yours as well.
I love Soul Creek
Kawaii.
probably.
Oh
Soul
my
Creek's
god, I
probably-
love it when my
know who's
pussy gets to
gonna
work
be
out.
here
Again right now.
with who.
I love it.
It's
Okay,
one of
I
those
forgot
games
the
only
where
one
you
yet, I
gotta
haven't read it
put your
yet.
whole pussy in.
Yes.
Yeah.
I only know the only furry fans I really keep up with and really know are RTF, Where the Demon Lurks, and Undefeated.
Nice. I haven't read.
You need to read that one.
I haven't read it. Okay, sorry. I need.
Those
I need a
itch the
minute.
happy part of my brain, and Bruce is very king coded, so we stan.
I love Soul Creek because Loken talks like a literal caveman, and I'm just like that makes
so-
my heart pound.
Okay, now I'm interested.
Me and Percy have been reading it, and I told him that my fan casting for him is General Shepard.
General
That's how I read his voice.
Literally peak Chad meathead.
Mhm.
Um,
Yes.
I would like to say that fuck, I lost my train of thought immediately. All right, so we have narration, we have Cyrus, we have Aaron, and we have Vita for the second half. I do not
Did we
think that
decide
we're going to
if
do.
we're going for?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh,
I
sorry.
don't think that we're going to do a full hour because a natural resting point is about 280 lines from now. And so that'll be more than half an hour, less than a full hour.
Nice.
Yeah. Plus also I think Ring appears at some point soon. So
No,
like you'd have to get like another character.
That's
another guy.
much later. That's much
Much later? Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
Yeah, that's like
that's gonna be
another
chapter
arc.
10. Chapter 10 is
chapter 10. Okay.
Yeah.
I did change my vote to full hour though, just because I was afraid that taking care of my dog would have taken long enough that everybody was just kind of saying, okay, So, but now I personally could go for that other resting point. For me personally, that's just me.
Mm-hmm. I think that that's also a very good idea. So, because we only have those 4 characters, just Z, Faz. I mean, Faz, do we have another person who has a voice changer who would be willing to use it for the stream?
I don't know anybody that has another voice changer, although I can teach them my ways. If they want to use what I'm using the free version of FL Studio, so I have to do the patch every time, but if anybody's interested in if anybody has VB audio cable and like 10 minutes to spare, I could
We'll save
probably-
that. We'll save that next time for the Galaxy brand individuals, because
Okay.
I'm not very Galaxy brain.
Yeah, it is gonna take more
Anyone
than.
who's willing to, I would be so down to help if that's what they want to do.
So, for Aaron, does anybody want me to count the number of lines that are remaining, or no?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Okay, let me get that real quick. All right, so between here and that is 280 lines, and then let's see. Quick analysis. Wait. Okay, apparently it's not letting me like get numbers, I guess. Oh, okay, got it. So narration is 112 lines. Cyrus is 84. Vita is 57, and Aaron is 23. So if you guys want to hear Daddy Aaron,
What is that?
I can ask Akiva.
Daddy Aaron.
Yeah.
Papa? Picture.
Papa?
Picture.
Papa.
Patriarchal figure? Oh my.
I myself am a fan of Miso's Aaron, but if Akiva would be so gracious to provide his
Yes,
voice.
yes.
Yeah, please, Akiva, use a heart.
I see the votes are in.
Akiva, no, don't leave.
No
You're so
kidding.
hot.
Yeah, nobody use a heart.
I like to.
Huh?
Can they just, do it together? Just kidding.
Okay, so we've got Faz for Vita. We've got Akiba for Aaron. You're okay with doing Aaron, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
Oh, shit.
Now we need Cyrus and narration.
Narration.
I would like to do narration.
Mish,
Yeah,
love
take the
that.
role, Mish.
Hi, I'm down for it.
I can go.
Cyrus, if we still need somebody.
You'll do great, sweetie.
Thank you. I'll try my best.
Yes, you're gonna do great.
I'm gonna give it my all.
Aqua, did you say you wanted to do Cyrus?
I can if we still need somebody.
Hell yeah.
Go for it, Aqua. Let's go.
Okay, cool. That sounds great. All right, so this
But
is
someone
the cast.
before me, absolutely.
Yeah, this is a cast for second half. So that would mean that Mish, when you're ready, you can go ahead and begin. Oh my goodness, are those
shoot.
cum strawberries?
Yes.
No, it's
was-
just frosting.
Where?
It's just it's a
It's a glaze. It's a glaze.
What y'all eat? Follow for yes,
Yeah,
those
it's
are for no.
strawberry.
It's
organic.
It's not off. Don't worry. It's supposed to taste like that. Okay.
Is it organic?
Let's just hope you ate a lot of pineapple.
Whenever I'm ready, you said yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. I've taken the liberty of filling up my cup of tea while I wait.
No, nope,
Oh, wait.
nope.
Not yet?
Yeah. So
What?
Turn off my light. Oh no.
yeah, when other people are about to start reading, I encourage everyone else to either mute their mics or have push to talk turned on. Okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna leave, so. Bye-bye.
Oh,
No
bye.
problem. Hope you have a nice evening.
Bye, Meru. Have
See
a
ya,
sweet
take care.
evening.
Good night.
Love y'all. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Kisses and hugs.
All right.
Okay.
I've taken the liberty of filling up my cup of tea while I wait. I can see my tired expression reflected in the murky liquid. More memories start trickling back into my head. Maybe that's not the right way to phrase it. It's like they were always there, but something was blocking them. It's almost like sifting through your attic after a long time. Everything's always been there, even if you've forgotten it. Vita eventually comes back to sit across from me.
How are you feeling, Cyrus?
Honestly, not too sure. Still trying to process everything.
That doesn't surprise me.
I lean back to look at the ceiling.
This doesn't feel real, but at the same time, it feels natural.
Do you remember your experiences over the last week?
More or less. Honestly, that's what feels like the dream.
Vita flips through their notes.
You've been using a dormant personality state for an extended period of time. That was you, but also wasn't you. You'll probably be disoriented for a while. I recommend you write stuff down because you remember them.
Speaking of, I take it you're an old soul too?
Meaning,
You were in Resume for a while, weren't you?
yes, I was. About 50 years ago. Why?
Just curious. You're using a pencil and paper, even though you have an axiom.
Vita chuckles.
That's what clued you in? Not the mechanical throat replacement, or prominent scars.
I shrug.
The hyena had a mechanical arm, but I didn't think she was from Resume.
I see. You've got a keen eye.
Hey, come on. Show a little respect to your elders.
We'll see about that.
Vita continues to scribble in their notebook.
Well, I'm glad to see you're still in one piece after all of that. You look quite remarkable, I'll have to admit.
Is that right? I don't feel anything special.
I don't really feel anything at all.
I've been working here for a while now, and dealt with at least a dozen similar cases. It's a 50-50 whether or not people can live normally afterward.
Surprised the odds are that good. I assume the other half just go insane?
Yes, pretty much.
Sounds about right.
Vita narrows their eyes at me.
Are you sure you're feeling alright? You're making all of this a little too well.
I mean, like I said, I don't feel anything in particular.
Nothing at all.
If you say so. Huh, I'm just curious. It already seems like your two personalities are mending together.
I shrug.
I think it's more like I booted up an old save state, then reloaded the current one.
I have no idea what you were talking about.
Stuff having to do with long gone technology.
Well, at least you'll have someone to talk to. At least you'll have someone to talk to Aaron about. I've been told he has a fascination with old tech.
Aaron, huh?
The tiger who broke me out.
Is there a problem?
I'm not sure. Just thinking.
I swirl the tea for a moment before taking another sip of it. Aaron did keep me in the dark for a while, huh?
Do you mind letting him in? I want to talk to him.
If that's what you want.
I nod. Vita gets up from their chair and heads toward the door. I hear an electronic beep before the door slides open, causing a certain tiger to nearly fall flat on his face.
Hey, warn me next time.
What happened to your cat-like reflexes?
You caught me off guard.
Aaron huffs at Vita and then starts to get into another verbal altercation with the doctor. I look him over. This is the man, huh? He catches me staring at him and immediately freezes. He looks frightened. I motion him to come over. He looks hesitant, but he slowly makes his way over to me after a moment.
Hey, Cyrus. Is it going well?
It's going. Come on, sit with me for a sec.
I pat the free space on the patient bed. Aaron continues moving slowly before finally sitting down next to me. I take another sip of tea before placing it down, sitting in silence. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Aaron shake ever so slightly. His fur is slightly raised, too. I can hear his tail swishing behind us on the bed. We sit like this for a little while longer. Aaron jumps when I break the silence.
So, Aaron?
Yes. I mean...
He coughs into his hand.
Yeah? What is it, Cyrus?
You've known about this all along, haven't you?
Aaron doesn't reply. He looks too scared to.
You knew that there was no way for me to get back home. Well, not without a time machine or something stupid like that. I remember the other day when you were asking me about Damien. What he's like, or rather, what he was like.
I shake my head.
Man, how dumb was I?
I look over at the tiger.
You were scared to tell me, weren't you? I'm not surprised. It's quite a bombshell to drop on someone.
Still.
You wanted to keep me in the dark for as long as you could.
That's...
All of you were keeping this from me. You know what, Aaron?
Aaron's chattering teeth are all the response I get. So, I take it upon myself to keep the conversation going. I reach my hand out to him, which makes him reflexively pull back and shut his eyes. I gently pick up his tense paw, stroking the back of it. Yep, still soft. He starts to calm down a little and peeks an eye open.
Aaron, thank you.
Huh?
You wanted to protect me from myself for as long as you could. Even if it meant lying to me.
Aaron bites his quivering lip. I hold his paw with both hands. I'm hoping I can comfort him, if just a little bit. I think I'm still remembering how to do that.
Can you read that line one more time?
Oh. You can't go home.
I know.
If we just got you out of here, you wouldn't have needed to remember.
I know.
Everything you've ever known.
Gone. I know.
I pull him closer so that I can get a better look at his face.
Thank you, Aaron. You let me live in a fantasy long enough to enjoy myself. Even with most of my memories back, I can't think of the last time I felt so free. I was happy with you these past few days. I hope you know that.
Aaron starts to shake as tears spill over. Aaron surprises me as he lifts his other paw to hold my cheek.
It's hard to believe you when you have that sad look on your face.
Aaron's paw trembles against my skin. I try to give him a soft smile.
Well, part of me did just die. It's hard not to feel a little sad, I guess.
Cyrus.
I pull him down close, hugging his face into my chest and trying to stroke his back to ease his pain. I can feel his tears soak through my sweater. We don't say anything for a while. I just keep him close. I try to stifle a laugh. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Shouldn't he be comforting me? Eventually, I ask Vita for another pot of tea. I think we could all use something to help us relax. When Aaron does eventually pull away, he's still wiping tears off of his cheeks.
Sorry, I shouldn't have gotten so carried away.
Vita places a tray full of cups on their desk before handing each of us one.
This is precisely why I didn't want you in here.
Aaron sheepishly takes a sip from his cup.
Is he usually like this?
Vita sits down in their chair before picking up their book.
Not just that. He's been emotional before, but not like this.
I try to stroke Aaron's back.
See, everything's going to be fine.
Aaron looks at me with doubt. I guess I'm not doing a good job at fooling him. I sip my tea quietly. It doesn't seem as flavorful as it did before.
I'll ask one more time. Are you sure you're alright?
I scratch my head.
As okay as I can be, I guess. I don't know what kind of answer you want, but all in all, I think I'm stable.
If you say so.
Vita takes that as their cue to get back to work. They take their pencil back out and open their book, ready to write.
Let's start slow. And from the beginning. What is your name and how old are you?
I take another sip of tea before placing it back on the desk.
My name is Cyrus Galahad Cantwell. I'm not sure what's a good estimate, but I'd say I'm about 27 or 28. After graduating with a doctorate, I was taken into what y'all call Resume to do some work.
Vita writes everything almost as fast as I can speak.
What do you mean by we call it Resume?
A long time ago, the company I worked for was called Current. They were one of the leading medical facilities in the country. They changed their name a while after the world ended. I think that was about 70 years ago.
Why did you work for them?
At first, I was just volunteering for experiments in the medical field. My friend's dad made a breakthrough in organ transplantation.
Vita writes furiously.
Which was?
My mouth is getting dry from talking so much. I grab the tea again to wet my lips. This is going to be a mouthful.
If you were blessed and had a certain biological makeup, they could treat your organs so that they could be universally donated. They would take a good and healthy organ from you, and then put in an artificial one. After being in your body long enough, and some external treatment, it would adapt and eventually replace the organ that was donated.
I lift up my shirt to point to my kidney.
If my math's right, I donated my left kidney 5 times and my right 6. I remember they screwed something up during the left one once. Blood was going everywhere. Pretty sure that guy got fired.
By chance, I glance toward Aaron. He looks horrified. I feel a little embarrassed showing my body off.
Now you might be asking, why would you remember an accident like that? I'm pretty sure you know the answer to that, don't you, Doctor?
Vita finishes writing and stares at me. They give me a look of discomfort.
Based on our findings, eventually a carrier develops immunity to most anesthetics.
Right you are. They tried inducing comas, but they weren't easy to pull people out of. I think I was out for a month when they tried it on me.
You were awake through all of it?
More or less. It didn't really hurt. It was gross for the first several surgeries. I got over it eventually. Kinda had to, you know?
On average, it takes about 100 years to develop such an immunity. There aren't many that are as old as you are.
Want to know why?
His eyes widen, as if they never really questioned it.
I'll take that as a yes.
I moved to take off my shirt and jacket, tossing them behind me. Aaron has apprehensive written all over his face. I guess this is kind of a bizarre way to look. Regardless, I raise my hand up to my chest, where my scarred heart is.
A long time ago, right after the fall, I was outfitted with an artificial enhancement to my heart. Dr. Kiao was the one who designed and made it for me.
Ida looks puzzled, indicating for me to explain myself.
I guess it had been a long time. Dr. Kiao is the one who recruited me. He was my friend's father. We knew each other for a long time before the fall. He was there when Resume was founded, a prominent member of the board and a genius.
I've never heard of this man. He isn't any of the records we procured.
I'm getting to that, don't worry. As I was saying, he's the one who designed my heart, along with the ports on our backs. As far as I know, I was the only one to be outfitted with one at the time. It made me much more compatible in terms of organ donation.
Vita goes back to writing their notes, underlining whole sections now and then.
It's a big reason why I'm still up and at 'em at this point, along with the serum they give us. Although, that alone won't stop the aging process entirely, obviously.
I pinch my long white hair between my fingers. Vita takes a moment to collect their thoughts.
Indeed. Even with the fluids they gave us, a carrier doesn't have that much longer than a lifespan of regular people. In fact, depending on how many times you've been operated on, their lives are cut significantly shorter.
That's right. Hence why I have so many more scars. They operated on me a hell of a lot more times than the average resident.
But why?
Why weren't there more like me? Simply put, Dr. Kiao committed suicide.
Aaron and Vita both look shocked. Admittedly, saying that out loud does elicit a tinge of sadness. I take another sip of tea. It's gone cold.
He didn't want Darius to make any more people like me. So, he destroyed his research notes and then killed himself. At least, that's what I was told. I'm not too sure about the details.
I look over to the wall.
He was a good man.
I'm surprised to hear that.
Why is that?
he the reason you're still here?
I look back towards Vita with a neutral expression.
I mean, not really. It was my choice at the end of the day.
I shrug.
I can only blame myself.
You're wrong.
Aaron breaks his silence.
Don't you dare blame yourself for what they did to you.
I blink at him, not really sure what to say.
But
All I hear is that they took advantage of someone's goodwill, sent them to hell, and then laughed as they profited off of them.
I guess that's not entirely inaccurate.
Aaron, seriously. I made peace with my situation a long time ago.
Aaron stands, fists balled up.
And that's the problem. You have every right to be angrier than anyone else.
If it makes you feel any better, I haven't felt anger in a few centuries.
He slams his fist into a wall, shaking everything in the room. I guess my attempt at comforting him didn't work. He lets out a deep exhale.
I have some work to do. I'll see you around.
Aaron doesn't look back at me when he exits the room. I can see how flared up his neck fur is as he leaves. I can't help but scratch my cheek.
I'm really out of practice if that was an okay response. If I thought that was an okay response.
Hey, don't blame yourself. Your feelings towards your situation are valid. Aaron's just...
Looks like I pressed a bunch of buttons on my screen real quick, so...
Oh.
There we go.
Nice. Worried about Xavier?
Vita nods solemnly. I lean back. I guess I should keep what I know about Xavier a secret for the time being. Vita grabs my attention as they close their notebook.
I think we've all had a little too much excitement for one morning. Whether or not you say you're fine, I think it'd be best if you take a break.
Whatever you say. You are a doctor, after all.
So are you, Dr. Cyrus.
Oh, yeah. I guess I am, huh?
I'm not sure if I qualify.
It seems like your line cut out. Oh, technical difficulty. Would I be able to ask for a volunteer to step in? Or actually, my ping just shot through the roof. Is anybody else having issues? Yep. 1 second.
Can
y'all hear me?
There we go.
Mommy, you're back.
You're back.
Mommy back.
They can't
Fine. Are you /J or /S?
It was well and truly busted. I was very
Discord
surprised.
messed with me too. Like I fully got the red text
Yeah.
and everything.
My ping maxed out. It was over 5,000.
Damn.
Oh, yo.
And
That's so
then-
sad. Alexa played How to Save a Life by The Fray.
Alexa, teach me how to give this bitch CPI.
Alexa, teach me how to Dougie.
Alexa, play That's What You Get by Paramore.
Alexa, can you give me a big wet fart, please?
Oh my god, no!
I have one. She's
That
gonna
was a creamy
listen.
one.
Okay. We have just a few lines left. So
You can do it.
It cut out in the middle of this line. So let me get the stream back up because you guys have absolutely no idea what I'm gesturing to.
Okay.
All right.
This will be fun to rewatch later.
Hey, that's what we're here for, right?
That is
To
what we're
provide
here for.
entertainment free for the masses.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right.
Anyway, please reread the line.
Okay. I'm not sure I qualify as one anymore. Doubt they'll accept my excuse to get recertified.
Don't worry. I'm not technically one either. I am called a local vet more often than not.
Well, if you need a test dummy to try something out, you know who to come to.
That's almost too morbid, even for me.
Vita lets out a mechanical chuckle.
Oh, almost. We can go over some more tests at a later time. We'll need to do a physical soon.
Pretty sure that's something you're supposed to do at the beginning.
What can I say? I'm not really a doctor after all.
Fair point.
This is a good time as any to show you to your room. Please, follow me.
I pick up my clothes and hold them under my arm.
Are you more comfortable being an exhibitionist?
Oh.
Not really. I was in the naked a lot of the time, so I guess I'm just used to it.
I see. Follow me. Sorry, Control.
You can just call me Cyrus.
Vita takes me down the hall and through a break room of sorts.
This is the communal kitchen. I'm mainly the only one who uses it, but we'll be sharing it from now on. There is another on the other side of the building as well.
Been a while since I've cooked. Wonder what's changed.
Making all the pre-cooked food for you. That's what most people do around here.
I take it more than just Aaron's group works here?
There are a few factions, yes.
Vita takes me down another unfamiliar hall. I don't know how they keep track of where everything is.
Alright, this is going to be your room for the time being.
Vita takes out a card from their pocket and hands it to me, along with a piece of paper.
You can use these to unlock your room. They're your key card and passcode.
Thanks. Wait, your room didn't have a key card. Why not?
That was an old mechanical wing and I outfitted it. It's not that complicated.
Apparently not.
I've been told that you'll get an Axiom soon. I also wrote my ID down. When you add it, you will be able to communicate without being face-to-face.
Alright. Shouldn't be too difficult.
I slide the card and input the passcode. There's an audible ding as the door slides open. My new room is pretty barren, just a bed and a dresser, along with a lamp.
This was a storage room. They had to move everything out before fitting you in. Again, we can order whatever you want.
I kinda just want to take a nap.
By all means.
Vita pauses.
Hey, don't hesitate if you need anything. Have a good day, Cyrus Cantwell.
Sure. See you later, Vita.
As they start walking away, I close the door and take in a fresh breath of air. Ah, it's stagnant. Instead of making good on my nap, I rest my back against the door and slowly slide down until I'm sitting.
What a weird day.
I look up at the ceiling.
I have a feeling that I should have stopped right there.
Oh.
We did it.
That could work.
I thought that there was a fade to black, but no, it's a fade to fucking ceiling.
It's a fade to fucking ceiling.
Yeah. Anyway, congrats, guys! Woo!
We did it, girls!
Oh my god.
I will always share for mental trauma. Let's go.
How are we feeling about our loved ones?
Shaz, you could take your voice changer off now.
No.
Okay.
He surgically changed his voice.
Fine.
You can't just turn it off.
Oh my god,
method acting.
you don't know how hard that hurt my voice. Oh god.
Somebody said my name.
Who said the name?
Okay.
What? I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's whoever just posted the Wonder Hoe, let me be your superhero. Let me see, I had to disable my streamer mode. Prince Donut.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I fucks with you.
Oh no, the cupcake album.
If people don't know, this is from a video game called Hatsune Miku Colorful Stage, or also known as Project Sekai. And that character, she does a thing called Wonder Hoy, and it's just this really dumb move where she like goes ahead, like she does like the magic gesture, like magic/rainbow gesture, and then says Wonderhoy. It's her thing.
It's her trademark.
Yeah, it's her trademark. And one of the things that you do in that game is you spam Wonderhoy. So it's called a Wonderhoy party. So Wonderho party. Anyway.
Yeah, I love being a hoe.
So do
Just
I.
anything cupcake related, I love it.
So do I. You know what? Cupcake, we stand. She is
There are so many
problematic.
people that remixes her. There are so many remixes of her music to different songs so that people don't get copyright claimed on like TikTok and stuff. So we're kind of having a cupcake renaissance right now.
Yes.
I love the people who post the remixes in the
Oh,
server.
yeah.
I believe
Tropica is amazing.
that yes, I believe that Jaffe and Cupcake are soulmates. They truly vibrate on the same spiritual level, and the chakras are aligned quantum magnetically. You know, all that stuff.
That's why they built the pyramids.
Locked? Have they?
The pussy vibrations are what created the 7 world wonders.
The 7 stars.
The 7 stars, yes.
Oh my god, this
The
is
pussy
girl.
vibration. The pussy vibrations are making my seismograph go off. It's a magnitude 7 pussy.
They got their seismic tremors.
We got a fucking flop tropica on the Richter scale.
Crushing watermelons. It's crushing whole buildings. I mean,
All right, so I'm going to share the what do you call it? The spreadsheet that I use.
Okay.
Let me know if people have trouble seeing this. But
I can see it.
good.
I just need to zoom in.
So
no, it's good.
For the next, let's go. Let's see. Chapter 9 goes until 9776, and we're at 9328. Yeah, it seems like we could do the end of this. Let's see how many characters are here. So 9 and 10.
That's a lot of narration.
It is.
Yeah.
It's always a lot. That's why I always have at least 2 narrators at the very least, because the narration honestly is the most difficult job. It's the hardest on your voice.
I definitely want to give it a few sessions so that people have a chance to narrate, but I would love to narrate one day.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
you
narration
can.
is really fun.
Oh yeah, I just want to make sure everybody gets a chance.
Yeah,
I like doing the breakdown scene.
I love
Yes.
narrating. Like I'd
You're
be
so
down to
good
narrate
at
the
it.
whole of chapter 9. Not gonna lie.
I've narrated in the past, and it was
We
a lot
all
of
want
fun.
to narrate chapter 9.
I think it'd be hilarious if one session we had Sai or Kai, however you say it, just have it as a text-to-speech robot.
Love it. Oh my god.
Yes.
What is AI thing?
You know what? That actually is a fantastic idea. I think that
In the future, if nobody can fill a role, and we absolutely have like nobody that can fill that role, that should be the substitute. That should be like the Counter-Strike bot that steps in.
Okay,
What is the
wait,
Counter-Strike
but what
bot
if...
sound like?
Oh no, just the fact that like if there's not a player in the game, they just replace them with a bot
Yeah.
that plays for them. So if we just have nobody else to voice that character at that time, then we just get like a text-to-speech voice, like an AI.
Pretty
We get
sure
like Joe
the-
Biden.
Pretty sure
But
the
what if-
oh my gosh.
What if the next Vita line we use the like TikTok female AI voice?
Oh no!
The Chinese AI TikTok voice.
Are you sure you're feeling all right?
Are
Like
you
that kind of
sure
voice?
you're feeling all right?
That's
awful.
You guys should have done that for Tulpa Chase or the.
I was really tempted to read
What about,
Oh my god, that would be so
what about like
good.
the classic like Stephen Hawking
Wait,
voice
Kai!
or whatever?
Somebody give me another line. Somebody give me another line.
Oh man.
Like horizontal or
You need
vertical?
me, don't.
Oh my god. Well, no, we'll do like the old like Microsoft Sam voice from like those computers from like the early 2000s.
Let me see. This sunrise is really beautiful.
If you need me, don't.
Oh my god. Oh no. That's terrible.
Take care, Cyrus Cantwell.
Wait, we gotta change Cyrus's name in his phone.
Cyrus Cantwell?
Yep.
And you,
If
yeah,
Cyrus
there
had
we
a
go.
tail, he'd probably find unique ways to use it.
Damadane, Cyrus Cantwell.
Dr. Conwell.
Yeah, Dr.
Yes.
Cantwell.
From the Department of Servology. I don't know.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely. Serves Cuntwell.
The university.
Department of Servology.
Servology. It's first grade SpongeBob.
Oh my
At the University of
SpongeBob. Wombology?
I have to tweet that immediately. I'm so sorry.
Plagiarizing immediately.
Wombo, you wombo.
Dr. Cunwell from the University of
Wombo.
Oh my goodness.
Servology.
I'm gonna fucking tag Orion and Jericho.
You
Oh
did
my
this,
God.
Mish. You did this to yourself.
Somebody
This is
think
what I'm
of
gonna hear about it
a
for.
flop tropic Harvard.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Hold on.
Miami University. In
I'm
Oxford,
changing my
Ohio.
status. Changing my about me.
Oh my god, what's your about me gonna be? Who's changing their about me? I need to see.
Oh, you know what? Dr. Cuntwell, Chief Medical Officer of Servology.
Yeah.
It should be redeemable on Twitch.
I think there should be a redeem on Twitch where every single line gets you don't say the line that's there, you just say pussy every time.
Oh my god.
Cyrus pussies to the left, Cyrus pussies to the right.
Let's see. Oh yeah.
Jericho has a Twitter, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Jericho.
Jerry.
It's like Jarek Uwu.
Oh,
Yeah, that-
Jerry.
that's
Guru.
Yeah, Jericho Woo.
Here, wait.
UWU.
Just no O. Just
JERITHU WU.
Oh,
Dude,
got it. Yeah.
You DMing him, Dr. Cyrus.
you're gonna DM you're gonna DM Jericho like, oh my god, girl, I just got the
adding
amazing
him on
idea.
Twitter?
I just changed my about me to undergrad of Servology.
Oh my god.
Love that.
Chief Medical Officer of Servology at where?
Oh, of Cupcake University.
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
What's a
What?
hospital in Connecticut?
Oh my god. Cupcake
Like,
Memorial.
just be original.
I was trying to think
Cupcake
of like
Memorial.
a pun on Harvard. Let me see. What's the
Harvard.
Established in 1960 slate.
Harvard, yeah.
Harvard.
But like hard is all caps.
Flavored.
Harvard.
Nah, keep it subtle.
Yeah. Harvard.
Slate, Teen Slatey Slate.
Yes.
Yes.
They have a sleigh team.
At Slater
Instead of rowing, they just
University.
slaying.
Slater's universe.
Slater with three Ys.
Yeah. And the emojis.
I might have to head out for now, but thank you guys for having me. I will be.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course. Happy to help. Nice talking to you guys.
Yes.
Thank you. See y'all. Bye.
See ya. I am also going to head out for now and take care of my doggy. He is back up awake. Hello, buddy.
My
Yes.
vibes.
Good night, everybody. Have a
Bye,
wonderful
sweet dreams.
Yes. Good night. Good night.
Hope your dog's well. Oh.
All right. So thank you for that little distraction. I am very pleased with the shared brain cell that we have.
All right, so
I love being a hive mind.
Yes.
Jericho is going to be canceling reading nights. The chat is going to be removed because we've created something worse than cash.
I
He's gonna ban every single last one of us and be like, "Yeah, you're not welcome here anymore."
It's going to be really funny if after I tweet this, immediately he's like, "I'm reading next session." He's like, "I have to get in on this." My investment is maturing immediately.
That means we can harass him to bring back Stinky Cooper.
Do we really want Stinky Cooper? He's finally taking a shower.
No, of course we do.
No.
Y'all just don't get it. Y'all don't see the vision.
But Benji, think of the Benji.
Okay, Benji, yeah, he's sweet. He's adorable. He doesn't deserve the pain.
You don't want to lock Benji in a room with Stinky Cooper.
He doesn't deserve. He doesn't deserve any more pain.
He doesn't.
What the fuck, Jericho? Why are you doing IRL non-con?
Huh?
It's not fun when you like it.
That's what Orion said, though.
I'm joking. I didn't read it correctly. So, we need a plan for next session. And the line that made me start laughing, which is why we went on this huge tangent, was fucking, she keeps me close to her as she stands up. Her abs are really, really hard. Yeah.
We love those moments.
That is
Universe Casper fans.
It's like when your female character is more masculine than the rest of the cast.
Oh, I'm so thirsty for those.
Why are you giggling like that? It's like, yes, please continue, but
Please, mommy.
Oh my god. I
Please,
swear.
what are you holding me your abs?
Mommy, sorry. Mommy.
Sorry.
I really hope that I continue doing a good job with Rose next session, but like my my inspiration for Rose was Wanda Sykes.
I think I recognize that.
Yeah, she has a very like particular like southern raspy voice. Live Rose reaction. So I keep getting distracted. Sorry.
ADHD pilled.
Where am I supposed to? Okay, so start here. Wait, no, wrong one. So here we have a bunch of Rose lines, and I'm kind of worried of getting into the sticks with Rose, because like for instance, Kanto comes here, and
where does he come?
He comes.
Oh my god, Kanto coming?
Yeah.
Alright, that was too low-hanging fruit. I couldn't pass up.
I take the low-hanging fruit jokes, so you don't have to.
All right, so Vita, why can't you do more? Do more. Okay, so
Do more,
fuck,
Vita.
That's actually a lot. What the hell?
That's a lot of characters. Holy shit. I mean, some of them have like 2 or 1 lines, but still.
It's like younger Cyrus versus normal Cyrus.
Artemis? Artemis here?
Wow.
Wait,
We're already that's when he.
Is this where
when he first meets Cooper?
Wait, I'm
Yeah, the
immediately
bar
calling
scene,
Artemis.
probably.
Bar scene.
Oh no, wait, I can't.
The bar scene can't be chapter 9.
Yeah, bar scene is interlude
chapter
1.
9.
Artemis.
It's after.
Why the fuck is he showing up for so many lines?
Yeah, this doesn't make sense. Why is he showing up?
It's so many characters.
No, this is literally what I have to do when I'm planning. So I'm glad that I get to like show you guys that this.
Yeah, this is
process.
interesting.
Yeah, I like seeing this.
All right. So where is Damien? Aaron? I don't see Artemis anywhere.
Artemis comes in at line 10,058.
That's why. Okay, right here.
Oh, we're
this
mid-
little fucking
oh,
bitch right here.
This little fucking bitch. I agree. It's so fucking valid.
Yeah. All right, let me see. Interlude 1. That's the reason. Okay, so that means that we should be able to finish from line 320 or 930 something to finishing interlude 1.
All right.
So that means that we're going to have how do I say it?
More narrators.
Voices out the ass.
No, we're going to have to like really announce that Artemis is debuting next session.
Oh shit.
Artemis
Can I
fam,
please
get
take
yourself
Artemis?
ready.
I
Get
know
your
I'm
ass ready,
uncool
Artemis
that, but I'm-
fams.
They're gonna be
really wanna
fights
play
in the
that
street
spunky
over that
man.
role.
Yeah.
I want
someone
Artemis so bad.
Yeah, I really want to
We'll
get
get our
Crimson's
chance.
Artemis.
We'll get our chance.
I know.
Artemis has
But I
27
can't.
lines, and you're like absolutely frothing at the mouth.
Please, I
There's
love
only
this disaster of a man. He's
There's
so
only so much
horrible.
Artemis to go around.
I know. Obviously, if someone who hasn't voiced wants him, give it to them. But, pretty please.
All right.
There's a
We
lot
can
of
share
Artemis to
on
go
top.
around.
Here
Artemis
is
is so Tumblr 60 man killed.
I think you should give
this is
I'm not
just like a little breakdown for everyone. For I'll put that in reading nights announcements, reading nights updates,
Alrighty.
and then
shoot a younger sister.
I'm definitely going to have to put a lot of work into getting this cast sorted, because this is a lot of people. This is more people than we have in the VC right now.
But also
Maybe the
people have
short
moved
niche.
over to like the hangout spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe to shorten it, should the younger Cyrus just be played by Cyrus?
I
that
don't
would
remember
simplify
how much
things.
younger he's supposed to be.
I know he's like a.
I
Actually,
don't
no,
remember
I
him
don't
being that
remember.
much younger.
Dang it. Mario should take Artemis.
It's actually a child.
Oh,
Oh shit.
baby.
If he's baby, I can voice baby.
Oh,
Sure, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
There we go.
It's
Baby Twink before he becomes a big twink.
Yeah, voice baby.
So who was that was saying that they wanted to do baby? They wanted to voice baby Cyrus.
It was me, Miso.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I'm sorry.
God,
When
you don't
I'm
recognize my
looking
voice.
away,
Oh my god.
when I'm looking away
don't
from my
recognize my
screen, I
voice.
can't. I
Oh
can't.
shit. No.
There's too many voices.
Girls ain't
Yeah,
too
there's too many
detailed.
voices.
All right, this is literally what my screen looks like right now. You guys cannot blame me.
Words. Yeah, words scare me too.
Anyway.
Oh, I just saw the reading night. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah. No, this is.
You have to keep your flashbang up.
Yeah, that definitely looks like a fucking flashbang. You entering the gates of heaven or some shit?
That actually is not a screen that exists. It's just a space above my laptop.
Yeah.
All right.
Django wants narration.
So Django has narration. Faz
Yay.
has nothing.
Mario
no,
in chat.
It's Cyrus. Jericho does not have a baby voice. He sounds like a man.
Yeah.
So
He sounds like the man.
he sounds
He's a
he
man.
sounds, you know, but he's a man.
You.
I want to hear Jericho be like, "Oh my god, girl."
Yeah, I've heard him say something to this to the effect. But yeah, so for younger Cyrus, that was Miso, and then for narration,
I can take narration if there's no one, but I did just voice, so.
Why is the
Oh.
mom saying, "Hi, my name is Cyrus Cantwell" in the thing?
narration, that
Oh.
was Django and Aqua. Do I have any other takers?
I can still do Diana if anyone
Oh.
needs a filler.
Lit, yeah, that's.
Diana's so good.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that we're going to have a what is it? A fan favorite Diana.
Oh shit.
So you know, let us know if you have availability in the future. You know.
Yeah. I can make time.
Love that.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
hola Vicky. Ah. Gracias. Gracias muchísimo. Sorry, this is. No, está bien, no te preocupes. My childhood babysitter came to give me a little bit of sorbet.
Oh,
Sweet.
That's so cute.
It's yeah, what the fuck is my life? I feel very blessed. Yeah.
Mario earlier said that they wanted Artemis. Could you put me as backup in case they couldn't make it?
Oh yeah. Who was the person that they said that they wanted Artemis?
Mario.
Mario.
Earlier, yeah. All caps. I want to voice Artemis, and I can't take that away.
That was Crimson, right?
As backup.
Okay.
Yeah. Because as much as I would love to, I'm on cooldown, and I want to respect the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually like to I like to do what used to be done with Decassi and just kind of wait and see what role I get.
Rolling the dice definitely is fun. I'm very pro seeing where the dice land, seeing where the chips lie. But also, yeah, sorry for the Spanish jump scare.
No, we love it.
Yeah.
No, I need all the
I think we
listening
have
practice
a
I can
person
get.
that wants to do Artemis. Wants to volunteer too.
Who wants to?
It looked like Mish wanted to.
Mish.
So
Mish.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
There's like 3 people that want to do Artemis.
No,
Right to the death.
All
Right
of the
to the
characters, out of all of the characters, Artemis I think is the most requested after Aaron.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's
Never
just
expected
so
that.
much fun.
No, I can see that. Like, he's an evil guy. It's really fun to voice.
All right. It looks like we have a list going.
I'd like to do it at some point, but like, you know, it doesn't have to be like right away or immediate. But I would like to be Ash at some point for no reason at all, none.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
When's the next Artemis part?
Not suspicious in the slightest.
Just no reason, nothing.
Second
think-
intermission and during chapter 13.
I think that Ash would actually be coming in 2 sessions from now, right? Or is it chapter 10?
I think it was chapter 11.
Chapter 11.
It's right before the road trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was chapter 11.
Well, I think Ash also gets a line earlier on, because doesn't Aaron and Cyrus go to the cafe?
No. They go to the cafe with Silver.
I can actually
yeah.
look right here. Chapter 12. Chapter 12 for Ashes. For
We got away.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines.
Mm-hmm.
About that. But yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that a lot of secondary characters have so few lines in this story in particular.
I remember once they were talking about going up to 5 arcs, so we could get more of them.
I feel like we're gonna get more of these characters that have a few lines and like side stories and stuff. I think that's what's gonna happen. Because we have the Ash Silver side story that'll be coming out sometime.
I think they said that was coming out. Did they say before or after Interlude 3?
I think Interlude 3 is next.
Yeah.
'Cause they've done 2 short stories, and then
Interlude.
that was the
next
flyover
interlude is what's
Interlude
coming
3.
next. Yeah.
I hope we get more Artemis in Interlude 3.
I'm so excited for more King.
Do you really think Artemis is not going to show his stank ass around?
He is a stank ass. You're so fucking valid.
His musky British ass.
Oh no.
Okay, I don't think
You're
Artemis
just so British.
smells. I feel like Artemis takes...
He's way too
Obviously
posh.
British.
Yeah.
Posh, of course.
I mean, you see his coat.
I don't think he would,
He looks Persian.
I think... I mean, he definitely takes better care of himself than Cooper, but I feel like he has a standard, and so he just puts on a shit ton of cologne.
Are there weasels?
Oh, no.
Are there weasels in Persia? Can I get a fact check?
I doubt that.
Anyway, I
Until
really
we go to Google.
I will leave it here. I really appreciate everyone. Ew. Bjorn posting the "you stink" picture actually made me recoil.
Apparently
Why is it
weasels
because we
are
got a
all over the
slightest
world, so
glimpse
yes.
of Cooper?
No, just being within smelling distance of Cooper in any instance is repulsive as a concept.
It's a
Exactly.
biological weapon.
It's a biopsychological weapon. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
What do you think?
2 war crimes in one, that man.
At least 3 war crimes.
Breaking the Geneva Convention itself.
You know what? Let's say that he's at least 4 war crimes, because you have the human trafficking, you have the bioweapon taint, you have the psychological warfare armpits, you have the what is it? The underground arms sales, I guess. I don't know.
Terrorism.
Terrorism. That's out of fifth one.
Also, when he was in that gang with
Because
Axel.
if he's not cut, then there's a cheese factory.
He's not
He's
cut.
not cut. He's not cut. He has. You will be able to smell his foreskin through his leather pants.
God.
It is.
That man is running a
There's
cheese
some mold
factory.
inside those foreskins.
So we're up to 5 war crimes right now.
Yes.
Having a smelly foreskin is one of them.
I mean, all honesty, the Geneva Convention's just a checklist for him.
That falls under number 2 actually. That's the biological warfare.
Gotcha.
That is the chemical weapons and biological warfare, yes. But yeah, I'm trying to remember. There was like a thing that I wanted to mention earlier. It was like a sexy thing, maybe, I don't know. But I really liked hanging out with you guys.
Same here. I love being on calls, on the RTF reading calls.
Yeah,
I love that we can do these weekly. This is so fun.
This is really such a gift a precious gift. And the fact that I get to do this in such a chill way, like where, cause a long time ago, I would go into a VC where it's like, 8 people, and I'd be like, oh, well, we have a cast of like 12 or 15. And what do we do? It's like, oh, we just, put it to the next week. But today I felt very, very well accepted and comfortable. And I think that was very nice. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
I'd love to join more, but I don't think I'll get that much lucky with my schedule since my work is still fucking everyone over, and maybe I could get lucky and get fired.
Oh, speaking of, I just got fired.
Wait, what?
Oh shit!
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Worst case
I'm
scenario.
so sorry.
No. I think that getting fired was the right move. But it's like the pretenses were so shitty. Literally, what?
Oh, I hear that.
Yeah. What happened was, I get home. I stop driving like 5 p.m. Right. Next morning, like around 7 a.m., my mom tries to do something nice for me and gets the oil in my car changed, and cleans my car a little. Just being nice. And I go to work a few hours later, and my lanyard, my keys, my everything for work, missing, gone, not where they would usually be in my car. And that was about a month ago, and I just got terminated because of that. It took them a month because of like, oh well, we have to rekey everything and all this stuff, and it's like, yeah, I knew when that happened, when I realized that my lanyard was missing, completely of no fault of my own. Like, I can't control somebody else taking my vehicle with a spare key and just being like, I want to do something nice for you. Like, that's not but I'm not stressed about it. You guys should not have to worry about me.
So,
especially if you didn't like the job to begin with.
No, it's not that I didn't. It's not that I didn't like the job. I did like the job. It was just that it just wasn't enough hours to really justify the hassle. And then on top of that, it was the kind of company that would be willing to fire somebody for something that was completely out of their control.
Oh my god, my job.
Yeah.
You were fired. You were fired by Pink Diamond. You no longer.
Girl, my job. So someone had their car break down while she was driving to work. And she called in saying like, I can't get it changed, I can't get it repaired because every place is not accepting last minute people right now, so I have to call off. And then the manager was just like, okay, well, you should have told me this ahead of time. You should know that that's gonna be a write-up for a no call, right? And she's like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah, no, that's an accurate and reasonable response. I think that, for instance, something that I think is really bullshit is that in California, it's a right to work state, meaning that you can get fired for any reason at any time if you are not a full-time W-2 employee.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah. And most states are like that. Most states are right to work states, and it's just like that's complete bullshit. Like, why can't I have rights?
Yeah, it's like every state except for Montana, apparently.
That's so good, man. Do you have rights?
I believe that pussy rights were just taken away.
No, not the pussy rights.
Yeah. I respect pussy rights, and I also respect pussy wrongs, Like, we really do have to celebrate equality and decriminalize sex work,
Definitely.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm doing fine. Thank you so much, Breezy. I genuinely am okay. Because one, I knew I was fired back when it happened. I literally was like joking with my coworkers, being like, "Why am I even here? Aren't I supposed to be fired?" But yeah, after I got the news, it was like, oh well, time to go home and program, I guess. Yeah, I'll make money some other way, you know, with like my
Just get a
voice
sugar
acting.
daddy.
Well, you know what? This is definitely a humble brag, but there was a time in my life where the sugar daddy or the sugar baby requests were piling up so high that I could have gotten like 20 grand in a week.
Whoa.
Dang.
Yeah, it was a per week. It was a per DM type situation.
Good for you.
And I was like, should I just, you know, take advantage of that? But nah. I've never done anything like that. Unfortunately, I'm not the type of person to be able to just throw my morals to the wind and then just take people's money.
Man, give me money.
Yeah, I respect-
gambling addicts in the chat, give me $20. I swear I'll give you $100 back. Just gotta gamble on it.
Somebody give me $20, I will give you my pussy.
I'll take it out and mail it to you.
What is your Cash App? I mean,
My Cash App is the same as my Discord, actually.
Really?
Yeah, no, marketing, branding, I genuinely do have the same username for everything, including my Cash App and my PayPal.
I hear that.
Yeah, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. I have everything, you know? But...
So is that just thine or thine death?
Thine truly.
Thine truly.
Yeah. Thine death is, I believe, that one is my PayPal, because gamer.
I used to name myself the same thing on all social media platforms, and now I'm just Tiger Bottom.
Really?
On my Discord. On my
I
Discord.
was talking to Miso.
But yeah, I have a voice acting coming up, and I remember mentioning last week that I am the executive producer for Project Astos, and that is the reason why I have been non-stop programming completely. Maddening.
Are you getting paid to animate the sexy wolfmen?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. That's in the
Not
works. I am
Awesome.
genuinely trying very hard to make it a reality, but
I
unfortunately,
can't wait to see Nefario. I want to see my man Nefario in emotion.
yeah. This is
Same here, oh my
a
God, Nefario.
snippet. This is a snapshot.
Ooh.
That's
Still
a lot.
It is.
oh no.
Let's see if I
Oh,
can
no.
find my beloveds Nefaru and Kato in this line of code.
No.
Why
that,
did you bring in Kato?
that is
he's hot.
unfortunately
Yeah.
impossible because this script doesn't do that whatsoever. This program, what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to take my 17 million character data set processed by directly comparing the SDK and API for Live 2D Cubism against the RenPy code base. And I want to process that data set so that I can make a fucking like an implementation manual kind of thing. I know that this is like software engineering, computer engineering type, or computer science type thing, but like I feel like talking like a Valley girl isn't helping me here.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I do this for a job.
Yeah.
Not live 2D stuff, but program.
No. And here's the thing. This is not my career. This is not my interest. I'm doing this because I gotta, and I'm having fun learning about it. I've never worked with the database before, but having to do all of this stuff is really opening my eyes to like, damn, it's kind of enjoyable to just, you know,
fun.
Fuck around, and I'm having a great time using an AI called Claude by a company called Anthropic. And it's really nice to see how far technology has come from a company that is, you know, in every sense of the word better than OpenAI, because OpenAI is kind of cringe and behaving in a really
very.
Yeah.
I mean, the main thing is OpenAI is split between basically two companies, a non-profit and a for-profit, and the for-profit gets to decide what the non-profit does.
There is a
I don't remember when
underage
people were doing
person.
character AI all the time.
There is an underage person in this group chat.
Oh.
Is there?
Yes. There was someone in this VC who was underage.
Who?
We gotta do the Among Us voting.
Oh my god. Could you imagine if we did that? We set up like a program where like one person gets kicked out of the VC and we all vote. Barry would be get created so quickly.
No, it's like I need to let my friend know who was the child.
Oh, okay. So sorry, they're not in this VC, but they're in this in the chat in this It's,
who are they?
Bjorn just made a post about it.
Oh, okay.
In the reading night?
In the SFW general.
Oh, okay.
Safe for work general.
Eat the child.
Oh, I see it.
Okay, thanks, Bjorn.
Oh, okay. So it's not. Yeah, thank you. I thought
Sorry,
you were.
I thought it
It wasn't in VC. It was in just a regular chat.
Yeah, so I thought it was actually someone in VC. I looked at the picture and thought it was
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
no,
I was terrified for a solid 3 seconds.
Oh my
It was
God.
like, where the
They really
fuck?
joined the server. They really joined the server, and we're all just like, y'all, you gotta go. You gotta fucking go.
This is an 18+ place.
Yeah, you know what? I will get on my soapbox for this, but the children having public discourse on Twitter about being mad about the state of things in fandom is like, girl, where were you 20 years ago? Oh, right, you weren't born. Fandom has been around longer than you've existed.
I love when children complain about stuff and you're just like, girl, you're like 10. Go eat like a cookie or something.
Yeah. What do you mean? You don't
Do
even
not
pay
have to be worrying about the socio-political state of the world.
Yes.
Yeah, go enjoy your chocolate milk while watching SpongeBob.
Yeah. And
Hey, what do you mean a child? Okay. Sorry.
what's wrong with chocolate milk and SpongeBob?
No, nothing. I didn't mean it like that. Oh no. I'd like to apologize because I'm a SpongeBob girly 24/7.
I've told you, Kings. My mum won't let me watch SpongeBob and chocolate milk anymore because I keep on going out.
You can't watch
We all need
SpongeBob,
some
girl. Oh no, we have to eliminate your parents.
I can't drink chocolate milk and watch SpongeBob because it makes me want to throw up. So my mum doesn't let me do it anymore.
Girl, we have to eliminate your mom.
Excuse me?
Please, I want to keep my mum. No, I love my mum.
The mercenary is being hired as we speak.
No, my mum's so cool. Like,
Yeah.
she's like a
Ain't nobody
bisexual.
talking about Beery's mom like that.
No,
I do not
I'm just
condone this
joking.
behavior.
I'm just joking.
I know.
I'm just joking.
My mum is she is a bisexual. I'm trying to remember what
Boysexual.
it is.
That sounds like
Boysexual.
She is a bisexual. She is a bisexual, autistic, ADHD, goth. and it is like
Oh, that
Just
sounds like my
having-
sister's wife.
I thought you were gonna say that sounds like my future wife. Then I was like, oh my god.
No.
That's so it was easy to come out to her.
Fime just becomes bad mum.
Yeah,
Oh my
you
God.
told her you came out to your mom, and she was like, yeah.
Yeah, it actually was a lot like that. I came out to my mum. Well, I didn't even come out to my mum. It was more like there was just a random conversation, and I mentioned that I liked men, but I think I'd already done that before that conversation, so it just kind of it never really happened. It was just something that we both kind of knew.
You circled back. You were like, by the way, I like men.
I was like, yeah, but I like men, right, Mum? She's like, yeah, of course I do. I live with you for like 10 years.
I did the same exact thing. I was just like, I think I like guys, and then she's like, that's so valid.
I wish my dad was the same. He doesn't even want to hear about it, but yeah, I got my mum, so.
You
I've
wish
got
your
half
dad
of
was
it.
autistic and bisexual?
Oh god, that sounds really bad. No, I just wish my dad was accepting of the whole gay thing, but
Oh.
he's very political, so everything's about
Oh.
like politics to him. When I mean political, I don't mean like the good kind of politics. I mean the
Oh no.
let's return to a different age kind
We
of politics.
understand.
No, that's how my grandparents are. Ugh.
I think my dad could define your grandparents' concept of conservative. I feel like if my dad was in a room with Trump, even Trump would be like, "Damn, that guy is like conservative."
Yeah, we need to put a stop to the extremism.
Honestly.
Yeah.
The only extremism we should have is the extremism of the gay, and
It's
What
so
was the other one
funny. It's so funny that you say that because like I do admit and I do identify as an extreme leftist. Like I'm not as extreme as some of my friends. But I definitely, I've gone to rallies. I've advocated.
No, yeah, I hear that. I'm the same. Like I support all of that because
I've disturbed
I
the
definitely would be
peace.
considered a Democrat.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, this is a VN where they even said themselves that they wanted to make it more democratic. So
Yeah, this is the fact that this VN is very pro political reformation and very pro terrorism. I love that.
it's so valid.
I accept gay rights and gay wrongs.
Yes.
Not saying that the terrorism is wrong. That this is a dystopian universe.
It's right. We can make it better.
No, yeah, Axel committed terrorism all the time, but everyone's just like, "Oh, sweet baby."
Sweet baby boy, so big, so fluffy.
Evil white baby puffy.
I mean, it's not terrorism if it's just adorable. Like
Yeah.
even Resume just see like Aaron. Did you just imagine working at Resume and you just see this big fluffy smiling tiger guy come over to you and then just plant a bomb on the ground and then just
No
like,
one
"Oh,
expects it.
And he's like, "Oh, he's so cute! Look at him! Look
I
at him!"
mean, you really got to consider how your body would react if an actual gigantic white tiger did that in real life.
No, yeah, he literally said himself he's like 6'8". Like that'd be kind of scary.
I mean, it would literally be like Aaron would come up, he'd be like,
Oh my god, Geyer.
Don't.
and then he would just boom,
Hi.
like everything.
Oh, hi, Gar. How you
Don't get me
doing?
wrong. Somebody 6'8", 6'9", I would really just look at them and be like, okay, that's hot. But
No, yeah, same. I'd be like, wanna bang?
no, but the reason is because I'm 6 feet tall, and it's very hard to find guys that are taller than me. So
I just like super tall guys. Just guys that are super tall. Hey, get in my room.
For hairy guy.
kidnapping is valid.
I didn't mean it like that, but you know what? We'll go with that.
By the way, for legal reasons, I must say that was a joke. Kidnapping is not valid. In fact, it is not cool or bussin'.
Oh.
Yes, we have to say that to make sure the government doesn't spy on us even more than they already do.
Hey, I already know that I'm on a list. This is actually a really funny story. About like 4 or 5 years ago, I went on a tour to the White House. Unfortunately, it was during the Trump presidency, but you know, we'll ignore that. But it was because I was there in Washington, D.C. to represent my school at the American Medical Student Association conference. And we went on a tour there. And while we were getting checked in to just step onto the premises, the Secret Service agent is just flipping through like a clipboard with like paperwork on it, and just checking people in one by one, and then gets to me, and he literally does a double take, looks me up and down, looks back at the paper, looks back at me, and you know, it's a little bit suspicious, because it's like it's very clearly different the way that he was behaving with me than with all of my colleagues.
So you're on a list.
No. Here's what happened next. He calls over his superior, and the superior comes over, right? And by the way, they would not have let me on the premises if I was actually on a quote-unquote list. I'll get to it. So the superior comes over, and what he does, the guy who's checking people in does is he points to something on the paper, and then looks at his superior, and then is like mental clown-to-clown communication, being like, what do I do with this? Yeah. And then the superior says, oh, yeah, don't worry, that's fine, just you know, just let her in. And so I'm almost 7,000% that the reason 7,000% certain that the reason that I almost wasn't let into the White House is because I'm trans. Because it's like, how do you point to one thing on a paper, you know?
I was about to say, if it was true, then you would be like the second or third person I know who's on a list.
We're going to unpack that later, but what I was about to say is, I would have just assumed that they were just surprised how beautiful you were.
Well, that is a given, but the thing is that this guy already did a double take. So he recognizes the beauty, and then locked the fuck in when he decided to be, you know, just prejudiced. Judgmental, you know. Racist, maybe, I don't know.
Since when aren't they racist? Like, let's be honest, since when aren't they?
I love it when law enforcement tells on themselves when it's like, oh, well, why aren't you arresting the people at the white supremacy rally? Well, you know, it's because
freedom of speech.
Well, no, it's because they can't arrest their coworkers. Yeah.
I mean, it's like the police. No matter where you are, it really is a boys' club. I know it's a really big thing in America where you have like families of men, as in like sons taken after their dads, not just as in like families of all gay men. I mean, that would be awesome, but you know, and it's basically just like it runs in the family kind of thing. So like their kids are police officers and their kids are police officers, and they have like a religious background. It's kind of a stereotype, but it's also one of those really common things.
Yeah.
It's a massive thing in the UK as well. We have a lot of like Christian like police forces, where it's very much like everyone who works as Christian, and there'll be like one or two Muslim people, but it's the same thing anyway. So it's the exact same kind of boys' club sort of mentality.
The really sad thing is that in the US in particular, it's not embedded in tradition. It's more nepotism because in the US the stereotype is people who are not smart enough to go to college, people who are not socially well-to-do to become a politician, people who really like guns, people who are racist and bigoted and stuff like that. Those are the people who tend to go into law enforcement because it's in the family and the nepotism kicks in, and it's like, well, you know, my son is a piece of shit, so I might as well just, you know, recommend him to get hired to the force, but one town over, so I don't get to see his face.
I think being trans isn't like a new thing. It's been around for a long time now, but I think where it's such a big social thing today, a lot of people have grown up essentially. I think the reason why a lot of people are like I forgot the word then, transphobic, is essentially they still associate, or they've been growing up to believe that the idea of your gender and your identity are the exact same thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being unable to separate that, they're like, well, how can you be these two things at the same time? It's like, how can these two things be? They look at.
Well, how the fuck do I have these massive fucking jugs then, sir?
It's also because we didn't actually do research on anything back then. Like, we kind of just like if someone was having like a mental condition, or like or like in another scenario where they're like, you know what, I don't like the opposite gender, I like the same gender, or like they're like, I don't feel comfortable in my body, then they'd be considered a witch. And that's all they fucking did. And nowadays we're actually doing fucking research for once, and people aren't happy that we're doing our own research.
Yeah, this is okay. This is actually a very personal story that happened recently. It's related to the whole, you know, health debacle that happened. But basically, my endocrinologist that I've had since I was like 20 retired the beginning of this year. So for more than a decade. And I'm very happy for her to have retired. But she actually, when I last saw her, she warned me. It's like, I think that this doctor is going to have difficulty prescribing you your progesterone. And I was like, that's not a big deal. Progesterone, you know, like that's fine. I meet him for the first time, and he is just going through like what his process is like, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. So what about my puberty blocker? And he was like, what puberty blocker? I was like, you know, the one that I've been on for 18 years. And he was like, oh, well, in my practice, we use something called spironolactone. And I was like, I don't know if you know this, but I get kind of depressed when I'm on that medication. And he just straight up was like, yeah, but it's the only medication I have. So if you don't want that, then, you know, you're going to have to go somewhere else. Yeah. And I was like, okay, what's the justification? He was like, well, it is not standard of care, which was a lie. And then after I pointed that out, he was like, well, actually, you know what? It's just a boundary that I'm setting. So you can't ask me for it.
It's kind of like being in surgery. You're about to bleed out to death. And you're just looking up at like the doctor and like, doctor, please save my life. And they have to do like heart surgery or something because your heart's bleeding out. There's a fucking hole in your chest. And they just sort of look at you. They look at your bleeding chest. They look at the hole in your chest. And they're just like, well, actually, I'm gonna set this boundary because like I don't feel comfortable touching your chest. Okay. You just sat there looking at the doctor like,
I'm feeling really triggered right now, and actually you're really being super aggressive. I need you to understand that I am in an emotionally compromised state, and this operating room is not conducive to me being able to save your life. But yeah, no, that's true. It's both true and correct. And so that was over a month ago.
I really look forward. Oh, sorry.
Oh no. You're fine. But it was that was over a month ago, and now I have another doctor who is very much like, oh, would you like the 6-month injection? And I'm like, ooh, luxurious. Because it's like a $45,000 syringe, or 30 something thousand. I don't know. Medication is weird. The American health insurance system is a scam.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is I really look forward to the day that medical technology and our own perception of just like our relationship between the idea of identity, gender, who you are physically and who you are as a person is so sort of universally understood, with that medical technology being so much better, that things like this feel almost rudimentary. Because I mean, I can't even imagine what that's like, sort of having that epiphany, like, I now need to go to a doctor. I need to now sort of start this process of transitioning.
Oh.
Like, I'm not trans myself.
Do you want to hear my story?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
It's actually kind of funny. I was 12 and I grew my first facial hair, and it was just like some random morning I was getting ready for school, and I immediately panicked and I was like, nope. Super fucking terrified immediately. And then just that morning, as my mom was driving me to school, I was like, I don't feel so good. Can we like go to a doctor? Next day, I'm in a doctor's office, and I am lucky enough that the first doctor that I speak to about this just so happened to be the pediatrician in charge of all of the transgender patients in the Southern California region for this like medical insurance. And she had just started working there. And it's just like that was a very miraculous moment to be like, damn, I really got caught at the same time, at the right time. But the thing is that, like, you know, my parents weren't accepting, and I just had to deal with that. You know, it was really funny because it started off with me just seeing a facial hair on my chin, something that everyone has, including cis women, and immediately being panicked and be like, oh no, I'm gonna look like my dad. And then and then just immediately going to a doctor, and the doctor being like, yeah, I think you're trans. I think you have gender dysphoria. And I was like, yeah, but you know what? I'm terrified, but whatever you say, doc, just just help, please. But yeah, it was a very funny way to start, I think.
Funny way to start finding out your pathway of being trans.
Yeah, I found out that I was like, well, I mean, it was more of an epiphany, like a realization, like you said, like Beer said, where I was suddenly so terrified of being a victim and a hostage of my own body, because, you know, puberty isn't gonna stop for you.
Yeah.
And that was something that was really, it was really hard to confront, because at that point, I was in the midst of being indoctrinated by like 4chan, into believing that trans people and gender nonconforming people, like something was wrong with them. They were, you know, broken, or a blight on human society. And it's like that was really hurtful, because seeing those things and internalizing it made me more scared. But the thing is that, like, I was in a very safe place, especially because my medical team, they were intervening. They were like, yeah, you're fine, just you know, come get your puberty blockers, go to therapy, you'll be all right. Just hang in there. And
you know, it's actually very interesting, because they say about people with like neurodivergency who are autistic, people who are gay, who are trans, who aren't maybe the right, you know, people like that, they always get called broken or diseased,
even though there's something wrong with them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they always get called the exact same thing. It's curious that everyone who is in a very specific way is broken. It's almost like when you're uneducated, anything that isn't you seems wrong, or not even that. It's almost like if you're not a part of a majority, you kind of just are a part of that, you know. It's kind of like that lack of knowledge we've had, like looking at something that looks like an outlier and going, yes, this is broken, it's not. That's just like nature doing what it does.
And what's really sad is the fact that those same people who point the finger and are like, you're broken, something's wrong with you, why are you like this, you shouldn't exist or be a part of society, those same people treat people of the in-group exactly the same way. I have never once in my life met a man who wasn't horrifically traumatized by male toxicity, male socialization, the pressure and the stigma to be internalizing just everything that happens in your life. It's like, damn, people really told you that you're not valid and that everything that you feel is an inconvenience to others. And it's like, no, that's not how it should be. We're all just as valid as the next person, and just the fact because because somebody experiences conscious thought differently doesn't mean that they aren't deserving of respect. Like, they don't need the finger pointed at them.
No, yeah, absolutely. Plus, like the whole stigma that people can have, like the mindset that people will have of just like, you gotta look like this, you gotta be like this, you gotta act like this. That would, if a child is like exposed to that at a young age, and like this has happened to like a lot of children, me included, but like it can lead to them seeing themselves in such an awful way and thinking I'm not right, and I'm in a way that I'm not supposed to be. I have to act like these people and I have to look like these people when that's not true.
Yeah, the assimilation puts so much pressure on the individual that it is preventing the normalization of people's basic existence. Like for instance, once upon a time, people thought that OCD was like a really, really bad neuropathy. Like it was debilitating. It was what is it? Like basically you deserve to be in a mental asylum, hidden away from society for the rest of your life. And it's like now it's like, oh well, I have to count tiles. I have to touch a doorknob 3 times. I need to wash my hands at least twice. You know, like that kind of thing. And it's like, just because somebody has that anxiety doesn't mean that they deserve to be treated less than a human.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I have, I know there are a lot of people who like mock and bully people who are autistic, and it's like, guys, get over yourselves. Like literally, one of my best friends ever is autistic, and he's like the coolest person I know. So y'all need to get over yourself.
About me? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, we genuinely need more neurodivergent representation just in general. But like, for instance, I'm not on the spectrum. I have friends who are, but it's like I'm at least neurodivergent. I have ADHD, so it's like, you know, me and
oh my God, you're also ADHD?
Yes, me and my neurospicy brethren, we get it. We fucking get it.
Perception is everything. We grow as people by building these neural pathways with imprinted memories and associations between things. You know, you build a whole concept of what a man is and what a woman is, and for your entire lives, you keep that. And if you don't kind of break away from that, you don't start to deconstruct that perception for what it should be and create meaningful, meaningful associations. You get trapped in it. Like this whole idea of like toxic masculinity, like you have to be a certain way.
Yes.
It's so stupid.
You know, it is really stupid, and because it's such an easy thing to do, it in many ways it is natural for people to do that, because we build these associations based on what we see, and so we kind of do that for our entire lives. I like to think that's a part of evolution. You know, eventually we kind of get to a point where, you know, people growing up will have this ability to, I say, meaningfully deconstruct what they see, you know, challenge their perceptions. And that's obviously something we're trying to do more. There's something we do, you know, a lot of in this community and in many LGBTQ plus communities. But a way I like to think about it, and this is probably a good way to like challenge your brain when you think about like the relationships you have. A lot of people will imagine a person, and they imagine what they see on the outside, they imagine what they know. But if you just break down that person's entire physical body, right? Like, not like you do like destroy them or anything, but like in your brain, I mean. So you don't just throw that person into acid. You basically just imagine that person. Now imagine all the things they've said and done, but remove any imagery of their body. So you only imagine this outline of a person. The things they want, things they say, and you look at their actions and you look at other people, you begin to see that every single human, we all follow the exact same patterns. We're all pretty much the exact same entity, just with different things going on. And obviously we're different in many ways. I mean, we all have our own reactions, but it's who we are, how we talk, a lot of these things, they're all very much the same.
It's very true.
Underneath it all, and obviously there is things that make us different, because we're not all the same, we are different. We are limited in many different ways, and those limitations separate us from one another. But at the same time, it's recognizing those divergencies. The reason a lot of the leading beliefs about homosexuality and autism talk about autism and ADHD, and to be more exact, neurodivergency, because there's now a whole kind of concept that that homosexuality could be defined as a form of neurodivergency, which is, there are some people who are a little bit against that idea, some people who are kind of getting on board with it, but essentially it's not just neurodivergency, it's supposed to be divergency in the sense that the differences we have allow us to do different things. It's a part of our whole creativity process. Because we live in large social structures, and these structures get larger when you build a society, and there's a lot of people. We build these relationships, and they say there's only about 100 people you can kind of actively remember at a given point. So those are the 100 people that you will remember, and you'll remember a lot more people. But when it comes to actually keeping and maintaining that information and acting upon it unconsciously, so when, for example, you may have friends and they may do certain things, and you may do those things almost mirroring those actions, and that's obviously a part of how we building stuff. We learn from each other, but we learn from our own individual way of thinking. And the idea with autistic people is they have different neural pathways, different ways of thinking, and some people with autism have the ability to obsess over certain details, and they can, where most neurotypical people will struggle to associate very abstract concepts, someone with autism may be able to piece it together and relate it to other kinds of information very easily. And ultimately, it's kind of like the idea of, have you ever seen cattle, a massive a stampede of cattle, out in the desert? If one goes off the cliff, every single cattle goes off the cliff. But if one of those cattle, this is the analogy that they use to describe it, if one of those cattle goes, stop guys, thinks a little bit differently, all of those cattle are going to survive. So divergency in its nature in humans is there to help us to evolve and help us to survive.
It's a good philosophy to have. I definitely agree. And it is a very interesting thought to think that most people really rely and take comfort in the world being more simple than it is. It's I see that very often, especially at my age. I haven't dated in a couple years for a variety of very good reasons, but mostly because I keep seeing grown men being terrified of the idea of this woman, who looks like a completely normal, just like any other woman. I behave, if it walks like a duck, if it talks like a duck, then it's a duck. I'm not pulling wool over anyone's eyes. It's not a mystery. It's if you see me in day-to-day life, you're gonna be like, that is a bad bitch right there. But I really see the look of terror in people's eyes sometimes, where it's they ask themselves, what does it mean that I'm attracted to this person? Should I treat them any different way? And for the most part, people really, they can't what do you call
disassociate.
I wouldn't say that. I'm thinking of the positive version of that. I'm thinking of they can't
break free.
Well, they can't relate. They can't relate the idea that somebody they're attracted to, for instance, can't be a woman. It's oh well.
No, yeah.
In my mind, trans women are different from women, therefore I should treat them differently from other women. And it's sir, you are a straight man.
Like, I remember there were always jokes like way back. Well, even in like the early 2000s too, where there were always jokes where it's just like, ooh, sexy woman, and then it's just like it reveals themselves that that person has a dick or like has a very gruff masculine voice, and you're supposed to laugh at that. It's just like, and then like when you get older, you're like, there's nothing funny about that. That's just literally normal.
Yeah, that's and the crazy thing is that was the indoctrination that got me when I was a preteen. It was very much, it's a trap. You know, Bridget is a trap.
It's a trap.
Yeah, it was very much that humor and that culture normalizing. We need to demonize people for having a different identity from what they were assigned at birth, and it was fucked up, but I was able to see the light and be able to be like, you know what? That was wrong. That was, you know, y'all are fucked for that.
And I think that was a lot of us here because like we were all children at one point, and we all like saw those kind of jokes on like on the cartoons we were watching, and we're just thinking like, oh, that's hilarious. That's a good joke. And then like you look back on it when you get older, and you're like, that's pretty fucked.
Yeah, from the inside perspective, whenever I would see jokes like that, even before I realized that I was not male, it hurt, and I couldn't really explain why. And it wasn't until after I realized that it was because my subconscious, my identity was trying to tell me that the joke is at your expense. It's not validating your existence. It's not validating your identity. It's specifically saying you're different and we're going to make fun of you because of that.
Yeah.
I suppose it's one of those turning points. I mean, we've had a lot of them before where, you know, separating church from state, you know, not bashing people's heads with rocks to let the spirits out that are giving them headaches, you know. It's one of those points I like to imagine in our history where we're like, you know what if we evolved a little bit? Let's do a new concept. Let's separate identity from gender.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, with the power of medical technology, like, it becomes liquid at that point. It's just clay. You know, it has meaning and it has value, but we can change people physically.
The crazy thing, the absolute crazy fucking thing about that is the fact that historically, the people who were able to survive being quote unquote different were the people in power. Everybody knows Caesar the Great was fucking super gay. Like, everybody knows that which King Henry was the one that had the male the male mistresses, I guess. I don't know the term. There was one of those. It's like these people, they were just in power, and that's why they were able to, you know, get away with it, quote unquote.
With I remember when I was young, I also was like a kid, like laughing at those kind of jokes, but at the same time I always saw like dudes in dresses. I don't know why, but I wanted to be like a dude in a dress. And like that was always like in my mind, thinking like I want to do that at some point. And my child brain didn't understand why, but it just wanted to. There was this X-Men show that was on when I was a small child, because you know, superhero nerd, grew up with superhero media.
Hi Bjorn.
Hi Bjorn. And there was a character in there and she was a goth girl. She was and like whenever I saw her on screen, I was like, I gotta have that kind of style. I need to have that kind of style so much. So like part of her whole style was like having her shoulders shown, and like I would always like stretch out my shirt to have my shoulders be shown, because I thought her whole thing was super cool, and I wanted to look like that. And my family would always just be like, "Don't do that. That's what women do."
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe I want to do it too.
Yeah, maybe I want to do it too. But at the time I was super young, so I didn't understand anything.
It's such a stupid thing to think. Like, realistically, if I were to put my gender like on a scale, I would be definitely towards the androgynous end, because I like a lot of very traditional masculine things. My gender identity is what do you call it? More fluid. But the thing is that I completely said, oh, fuck masculinity, fuck being male, you know, I'm just gonna throw that in the fucking trash and
Fuck
just
men indeed.
yeah, just see, let it be what it may. But what ended up happening is I am especially well endowed. And it's very in a way inconvenient, and but at the same time I really embrace that. It's like, damn, Mother Nature really came into my house and fucked me up.
So, you hear that? You hear that, everyone? Fuck men. That's what we gotta do. We gotta. Fuck
Yes, of course.
Listen, the way you can tell that sexuality is not a choice is the fact that I'm straight.
I have no idea what the fuck I am. All I know is like I like dudes and I do whatever the fuck I want. And that's all I know about myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like dudes and I act like a fool.
I'm just a pookie bear. I don't even have a sexuality. I'm just a bear, an actual bear living in the forest, waiting for someone to come along so I can maul them to death and eat their bones, like an actual bear does.
I'm a very prideful gay. Everyone knows I'm gay.
In all ways except physical, you are a bear.
No, I mean it. Like I am literally a bear. Like I am actually like in real life. I'm actually a black bear in a cave right now. I just like to pretend to be human, but I am a pookie bear.
That's so slay.
Yeah.
Your cellular
Well,
reception must be fierce.
Oh yeah. No, I've got a few bars of wood. Yeah. Yeah. But you know, it's like I just be living my best pookie life. You know.
Oh my god. I said before like I'm a very prideful gay and like everyone knows I'm gay. Like my coworkers know and everything, and like I have a coworker who's always asking me questions, and it's just like, what's it like being gay? What's it like on gay apps? What's it like to go to gay bars? And he's like, what's it like to be a gay guy? And I'm just like, it's like liking women except you like men instead.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like being straight?
Yeah, it's like being straight, except the junk that someone has tends to be an outie instead of an innie.
Is it sexual orientation when your preferences, like demisexual? I kind of forgot.
Yeah, so sexual orientation is who you like. So
Okay.
and the thing is that people are able to split it into sexual and romantic orientation.
Yes.
So for instance, I have a friend who is aromantic, however, they are bisexual. So it's like they don't have any desire to get into a relationship, but they're attracted to both men and women.
I have friends who's asexual, but I think biromantic. So
Yeah, and the thing is that like it's all a fucking mess. It is a pile of spaghetti. Yeah.
Never
I
concrete.
love spaghetti.
It's always
It's
changing.
actually my favorite food.
I literally one of my two friends who are on the spectrum, they literally specifically say is like, my gender is blob. I wish I didn't have gender, but I do, unfortunately. So I'm just going to appease my Chinese parents as best as I can and just stay out of everyone's fucking business. And it's like they're attracted to women, so it's like it's just a hindrance, you know. Somebody wants to be an amorphous blob. That's, you know, their prerogative. Anyway, I'm starting to get a bit lightheaded, so I should probably go lie down.
No, yeah, I hear that pain I was talking about from earlier. It's for the past few hours since I got home, it developed into me feeling sick and me having a headache. So, yay, pain plus sickness and headaches.
I hope you guys have a very, very lovely evening, and thank you for talking with me. We had a great philosophy hour.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Can't wait to have more.
It was a very impromptu thing, but you know, I think that we can really make it work. It's just extra hangout time for anybody who wants to listen.
Yeah.
It's the bonus podcast.
That's why I love the after parties.
Yeah. But yeah, take care, guys.